And we're live. Hello.
All right, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Wait.
Of course.
Try to maneuver around that tree real quick.
I'm thoroughly locked in here.
Okay. Hello out there in Twitch watching land, and to any YouTube VOD watchers later on. We are back for another session, episode 12 of Shadow Crew Adventures with the Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. I am your host for this evening, Shadowed Mage. We are on Arvin Eleron's channel. Thank you to Arv for hosting our campaign on his channel. And so this wound up being called Shadow Crew Adventures because I'm the DM. Someone suggested that at some point. But I have some very awesome players in this campaign. Right next to me on your webcam lineup on screen, we have Yoi. Yoi, you want to introduce yourself and the character you play in this campaign?
Oh, goodness gracious. It's been a while since we've last
3
introduced
weeks?
ourselves. All right, let's see if I can do this.
Yeah.
2 weeks?
All right, so hello, Yoiga Wayne Lin, also known as Gubby, game and fiction writer. Tonight, I am playing Peach Candleheart, an Echo Knight Barnell Aarakocra fighter.
There you go. Good enough, anyway.
Good enough. It was out of order, but...
All right. Thank you very much. Anything else that you want to mention before we move on?
Yes. For those of you who are watching this on a video where you can see everything happening, you will notice that I look slightly blurrier and that the background is different. Yes, I have been displaced from my home, for it has been infected with bedbugs. So, apologies that you have to see my face in a blurry fashion, but hopefully the next time this campaign swings around, it will not be so. In the meantime, please enjoy the sound of my beautiful voice.
Yes. We all hope that Yoi is able to return to their home soon. Hoodie.
Yo.
That's all I'm going to refer to you as this time.
Good. So I stopped it. The fastball down the center.
Please introduce yourself and where people might be able to find you around the net if they so choose to. And 2 names are swapped. Oh, yeah. I have
Damn.
chosen... There we go.
I was gonna make note of it. I was gonna do Tam's introduction.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
That would have been extremely funny.
I missed that. I made sure I had Yoi and Hoodie in the right spot, and then I forgot to check Tilted and Drew. Dang it! All right, Hoodie, please introduce yourself and all that jazz. Who your character is?
My name's Hoodie. He, him. I'm playing Basil Glopperpot, a Lightfoot halfling, alchemist, artificer.
I think that's right.
I really wish I had like a popper. I would do that right now.
Just gotta get a bunch of them before 4th of July. You'll be set.
Am I supposed to do anything else for introduction? Or hi, hey, I didn't see you come in here. I don't know what else to do here, so I'm just gonna pass it right along.
Your name is Hoodie. You mentioned your pronouns. You stream sometimes on Oh My God, a Truck.
Sometimes on Sunday, D&D. That's what it's called. Because sometimes we just don't do it.
And maybe at some point down the road, you'll go back to playing games on stream again.
Yeah, at some point. Hey,
and I can go and raid you at some point.
The Curse of the Golden Idol just went on Game Pass, which was the thing. I was like, I don't want to have to buy another video game. I buy so many video games. I can't buy another one, but it's free now. Free in quotation marks now. So,
yeah,
I got to play it. And I can only play it on stream because as a person with like just so bad attention stuff, the moment I sit down to focus on a video game that's puzzle related, I immediately get up to leave. So I got to do it on stream.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Tilted, who is now in the correct webcam spot.
No, I thought I was going to be Tam today. But yes, yeah.
That's my mistake.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna roll if it would have been great. But yes.
Well,
hi,
I would have like gotten down to like that line and been like, wait a second.
Hold
I
on
would have
here.
already been popping off though. You, as soon as you passed it to me and noticed, I'm like, nope, I'm gonna say my whole thing. But yes, I am Tilted Gaming. I am going to be playing as my Aarakocra. It's going to be a Raven Aarakocra. That is a Gloomstalker Ranger. And his name is Cruz Swain. But during the night, when the mood strikes and justice must be upheld, I will take on the mantle of the Aviary.
I get joy out of how much joy enjoys the aviary joke.
I know,
I
me
do
too.
too. It's great.
Listen, I am a child, and I will always find that funny.
The aviary.
The aviary.
Yes. You called.
Where's Rachel?
Rachel, where is she?
All right. And Drew, please introduce yourself and your character in our campaign.
Hello, everybody. I am Drew the Damager. And tonight I will be playing the elderly human wizard who does stuff. I forget what it's called. Evocation.
Yeah.
There we go.
No name.
No name.
No class.
I'm playing
He's-
Tam. Didn't I
he's
say
playing-
that? Did I not say
Just
I
that?
don't
said
think
elderly
you-
wizard.
He's
An elderly
really
wizard.
Over their
truly
name.
into the role play. He's playing maximum role play here, where he just
Yeah.
forgets bits and pieces of himself.
It's been 3 weeks.
It's been 1 week.
No, the song is creeping into my head.
It's too late. The moment "it's been" was said, I'm done. I'm cooked.
Ah,
You're from Canada. It's a
yes.
national export.
Ah,
You should love it.
it's overplayed.
It's like your Bruce Springsteen, right?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. So, does anyone remember where we left off? I do, but
Yes. I remember, but I'll leave it to you. You are the professional at this.
all right. So, apparently after almost killing the party again,
More like killing me through exhaustion, but we'll go on.
Yeah.
Continue.
yes. So the party was climbing Mount Waterdeep in order to go talk to a monk that lives up in a cave on the mountain. But they ran into some trouble along the way, including a manticore and some Argenterum thugs. And Cruz.
And apparently my own cardio.
Yeah.
Yeah. You skipped leg day.
Cruz failed all the checks.
All the saving throws for Constitution. So I got 3 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah. And had to burn a bunch of charges on his charm given to him by the Emerald Enclave. And right at the end, they had just finished up dealing with the Zentrum thugs that had taken over an outpost. And they learned some information about how someone higher up in the Zentrum sent them and the Manticore in order to stop people trying to go up to talk to the monk.
Urstul Floxen.
Yes. What a name.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I
All the
misspelled
names in
something here.
Waterdeep make me want to just... There's so many things. I just...
And they're very
hate
strange
them all.
names, too. Like Floon Blagmar. Reneer Neverember. Urstul Floxen. They killed like 3 of the thugs, and they managed to not kill like the last one, who was also kind of the leader. And they interrogated him for that information, and then they threw him down the pit.
The pit. We put him
And
in
then
a hole.
we covered it with the tarp he had, so now he's just chilling there, unconscious. He can't see a thing.
Yeah. He's going to be apprehended by the appropriate authorities when we're done.
Yes. It's down the pit. They left him there, and now they were about to go finish the journey and go talk to Hlam, or however the heck you say Hlam, the monk.
I'm just gonna call him Ham.
And then after that, they have another mission they might try and take on.
We need to speak to a brass dragon, I believe the color was.
That sounds right.
If I said brass, I might have been mistaken. I have in my stuff here that it's a bronze dragon.
Oh, bronze.
Oh,
Okay.
no, yeah, that's right. It is bronze. We just
Um,
mixed the two because brass, bronze, very close.
Yes, they are very similar, except they have different breath attacks. Both do exist. All right, let me find some music.
Quick question.
Sure.
A quick cue, if you would. With the amount of drow poison that I got, would I be able to reverse engineer it?
Yeah, I think this came up at the end of last time because
right. I didn't have it written down here, so I figured I might as well check in.
Because Peach really wanted the drow poison, but then you agreed to split it.
Yeah, I poured it into a second vial, half of it.
Yeah. So yes, due to Basil being an expert in poisons, you would be able to reverse engineer more of it.
Okay, so here's the thing I don't think we've ever had a conversation about. How long does that take? Here's an on-the-spot D&D question.
Yeah.
What's the crafting time?
Doesn't the poisoner's kit give a stipulation on that?
There,
or is it just for poisoning things?
It's so the way that I've seen a lot of poison breakdowns is to make a poison requires a large amount of time and money. However, the researching of a poison and the ability to make it is never really specified anywhere that I can find. It's just kind of assumed if you have some poison, you can make more of that poison. But I don't understand.
I like how Hoodie asked that question and Shadowed got an eye twitch, like as if we had asked him to name every single NPC in a tavern.
I mean, here's the best part because I don't know.
Crafting is one of the things in D&D, especially 5e, that's very like nebulous.
It's obtuse too. It's like so you just get to put whatever spin you want on this. I'll take whatever. I want to know like, does this just have to be a certain amount of days? Do I need to put money and days into this, or is this something that I need like pure downtime activity to do?
I would say with the resources at Basil's disposal, plus his knowledge base, the proficiency in Poisoner's Kit, it would probably take a handful of days, let's say 5.
Great, I'll take it.
To reverse engineer more of the drow poison.
And then he's going to eventually say when he has it mastered, how long does it take to mass produce?
No, at that point, it's just more along the lines of like, I'd probably loop Peach in that I can now make it.
Yeah. But like it may come to a point where you might find out that you need some ingredient that's hard to come by.
Hey, it's very expensive one to make. So yeah.
Say like extract from underdark spiders.
But I don't know anyone
that's
ever been to the
over
Underdark.
here. Let's go down and find
out. The internet tells me that it is typically only made by the drow, and only in a place far removed from sunlight.
I mean, that could be done in the cellar, technically.
Hey, do you want that like potable water? It's right next to my drow poison.
What? They're nearly identical in color? Wow, that's something.
That is crazy. Oh, and if you accidentally smell it, you're probably already dead.
Other things I'm seeing, it's black, gummy, and heavy like molasses. It is extracted from a slippery black fungus that grows like great slicks of oil in certain underdark caverns.
Oh, great.
Various natural predators of the underground, such as scorpions, purple worms, and especially spiders, are other common sources for it. But it seems that it is some kind of fungus. I'm just browsing like the first bunch of links.
I love the idea that Basil is going to try to grow black mold in our basement.
Yeah, no, I mean that's exactly what you have just.
That, yeah. Mm-hmm.
A quest has been activated.
We might as well just put a sign: "Do not enter if you're not Basil."
Which is the
that cellar, where it's conveniently storing all the booze and stuff for the tavern. Just maybe a slightly noxious chemical is thrown into it. It'd be a real bad thing. No.
All right. So now with that business out of the way, from the outpost, you will find that you still have a little bit of a trek, but not too much, in order to make it up the rest of the path to reach a cave in the side of the mountain, which is starting to get rather close to the top.
Don't make me do another Constitution saving.
No, because of the resource I'm referencing here says you only have to do those per every 1.5 miles that was along the path, because it's the terrain was not the greatest, and I'm not sure if it was actually difficult terrain. It might have been. Anyway, this is only about a half a mile left.
Oh,
So you arrive at the cave, and about 15 feet inside the mouth of the cave, you see a bald, weathered-looking man sitting cross-legged on top of a boulder, and he's just kind of sitting there, arms crossed, legs crossed, and eyes closed. Seems to be meditating.
Should we bother him?
Well, I could use a rest, honestly. So if we want to wait until maybe he's done with his meditation, I'm cool with that.
And he hears you speaking from the mouth of the cave, and the only movement he makes is that he uncrosses his arms and he holds up his left hand with as if to signify one moment, and then he goes back and crosses his arms again.
Oh, that looks like we should rest.
I'm not complaining.
Peach is going to troop to the side of the cave on the inside and just kind of perch politely.
And with every noise that any of the party members make, it seems as if the corner of his mouth twitches.
I'm jingling a full Christmas tree to be very. I'm full of glass vials, jingling, jangling, and I'm just. The moment it's oh, we have downtime. It's wow, yeah, I should stretch out. I haven't walked this much in forever, and I just start pounding around the cave for moss.
And so then his eyes will flash open, and he uncrosses his arms with a loud sigh. He uncrosses his legs, and then just stand straight up without having to use his arms or anything, and stands up very straight, perfect posture, and then he kind of looks over at Basil, and then he like looks around and he takes in all of you, and then he'll like turn and like then like eventually rest his gaze back on Cruz, who seems to be like the most well dressed amongst them.
Wow, rude.
What can I say?
the most-
Sexy singles in your area.
The most formally dressed. And then he like says very quietly, and then like he looks down and he says very quietly, and so it is lost. A 100-year-old truth nearly unraveled. I hope you have important cause to interrupt me.
Well, we were sent up here by the Black Staff, and that was, I figured, a decent enough reason to come up here to disturb your rest. We apologize nonetheless.
Yes. Vajra, my old acquaintance. Interesting that she sent you up here.
Yes.
Indeed. Are you aware that there were miscreants posted at the bottom of the path leading up to you to ensure that nobody would come and disturb you?
Well, if that was indeed their cause, then they did very well. I would like to thank them, for I have not had such uninterrupted peace in most of a century.
Oh, I don't think they were there for that long. Looks over at Tam, who should know the most about being old.
Yes, no, they were not there that long. You say most of a century. How old
Well,
are you?
I've not been up in this cave for that long. It's just that I've not had such uninterrupted peace in that long.
Yes, and we're very sorry. But
Yes.
we were sent here by the Black Hand, as my friend just said.
Why did Vajra send you?
Excellent question. Shadow, what did we?
Did no one take notes?
I took notes, but
Okay.
I'm in the background looking at bugs.
All right. Hit me with it, Hoods. I'll pass it along.
That's why I stopped when I did, because I was like, oh shit, I don't remember why. Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta get to the part where the notes are. There's been a lot of notes. Believe it or not, a lot of notes have happened. First mission from
Keep
the Great
in
Hand.
mind, this has been like 5 weeks since we last talked to Vajra.
This is true. This
Uh-huh.
is true.
Ask him about the threats to the city. Ask about Aldaris. That might have been me editorializing. City guard post will take us up to the cave. Those are the notes I have for the brief interaction we had.
Mhm.
That doesn't seem to be any justifiable reason for us to be here.
Yes.
Well, but Vajra is basically like the FBI, right? So if there are any questions about threats, it's of a tier that we are not generally meant to hear about, I guess, as normal citizenry.
I guess at this point, then there'd be like a large clatter of glass hitting the ground and shattering. You just hear, "Oops! Dang it!" Basil comes up. I swept the glass under a rock, so hopefully it's fine. But I got like a whole vial of bugs, so that's fun. Hey, are you Flom?
This one
Lamp?
shall remove himself from my presence.
Well, I mean the
I
Black
just
Staff
go ahead
lady,
and just kind of nudge him towards. It's probably
Black
best we
Staff
just
lady
get
was
in the
telling us
game.
to come here about the threats to the city. Well, I can just stay behind.
And like
Chris.
Lob just like it entirely refuses to even like acknowledge Basil at all.
I start jumping with jingles, a clatter of jingles. What's wrong?
I don't think he enjoyed all the sound you made during his meditation, good sir.
Sounds part of life, though. So, like, does he not want ears? I can take off ears. I got a thing to melt skin to skin, so you can just cover it up.
I don't think that's what he's looking for. I think he was just wanting to enjoy nature's natural sounds and not
I'm already
have anyone
pulling
disturb
acid
them.
out of a belt. Oh,
And why does that not
That's
surprise
not
me?
necessary. That's not necessary.
So put it. Okay.
I didn't catch what Tam was saying there.
No, I just said, why does that not surprise me?
Oh,
Basil has something to. Yes.
So I think for now, Sir Basil, I think you should just sit the far back way from this gentleman here. He seems quite disturbed by your presence.
Oh, do you
No
like that one
offense.
sound? Okay, yeah. I keep the cloak fully over me, and I put the hood up, and it kind of inflates like a safety bag, and I just go sit in the corner, and I don't make any sound anymore.
Thank you.
I just give a thumbs up.
Now,
I-
where were we?
I await the response to my inquiry.
But I
So,
told. Oh
for-
wait, sorry. Silent. Sure. Yep.
What my
So from
friend
what-
was saying was that we were sent here to ask you on behalf of the Blackstaff if there were any major new threats to the city.
that.
New threats?
Or perhaps old forgotten threats. Peach is quite pleased with this improvisation.
Give Peach a pat on the back. Good job.
And then like you can see Hlom kind of like almost like he seems to search internally very intensely. And then he'll like meet Peach's gaze like straight like eye to eye, and then says, "Evil's twin hides its face for now. Expect that to change before winter's end." And then he'll like walk backwards, not turn around and walk, but walk backwards, and then like cross his legs and sit back up on the boulder and close his eyes.
You say that one
Thank
more
you.
time.
Evil's twin hides its face for now. Expect that to change before winter's end.
All right, and as this is happening, I go and turn to the rest of you. Like, I think it's best for us to leave. Thank you, sir, for your time. We will leave you to your meditation.
What month is it currently? How close are we to winter?
This is now about, say, 12 days into winter.
Oh, okay.
So you still have like
Very soon.
probably about like at least another solid 2 months.
Put the two months of rain here thing on YouTube with the dun dun.
The rate we're going, it might be 2 whole months before we get to this plot.
With the rate we're going, it might be a whole year before we get to that point.
Are we just leaving then?
Yeah, I think it's best to just kind of leave him be.
As we leave, I'm just gonna like toddle up because I'm trying to not
and then
make noise.
and then like right as like you all are about to like vanish away, like you can hear his voice pipe up, and then he says, "I have one truth left for each of you."
What? I was,
Alright, guess
okay.
we'll turn around.
I was also gonna ask, do you know an Eldaris? Hi. It's the person you hate. Sorry. Try to not make noise now.
Do you wish to know the answer to that inquiry instead of the truth I have for you?
Well, to prescribe that you have a truth that pertains to just me and is truly fundamentally true to its core means that fate is a reality, and that for life is then predetermined, which, quite frankly, breaks my entire worldview. So, yeah, no, I'll learn about Eldaris, I guess.
If that is your wish.
Cool.
Aldaris is fine. He has been called to perform important matters for our order, for he is of the same order that I am of.
Oh, so
In
you
the
just-
back,
you-
in the
home?
background, you hear Peach lean slightly over to Tam and go, "That means he got promoted?" Question mark.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Wow.
Good for him.
All right, well, thank you for your time. Here is a tiny little watered-down healing potion, which won't really heal you, but will make you feel okay, I guess. I just leave it at the bottom of the rock. I very respectfully toddle away, trying to not make noise.
Mr. Swain,
Yes, sir.
you shall indeed eventually find a cure for that which you have been searching for many years.
My eyes just kind of go wide, and I take a moment to absorb what he says, and I'm like, thank you. That means more than you could possibly know. And I just step back respectfully. I'm not going to inquire any further.
Peach looks over to Tam and says, "Elders first."
Yes, I was interested if you have a truth for me.
I have many truths that I could pick from for you, Elder Tamarin.
One will suffice.
Yes, I shall only give you one. Is there a matter in your life to which you would prefer to know a truth?
Not particularly, no. Any truth will do.
Yes. Then perhaps you will find out more about your mother and your parentage than you have ever thought you may learn before you depart this earth.
Oh, that is interesting. Thank you. I will let you get back to your, relaxation, I guess.
Meditation.
Gesundheit.
Hazel's gonna lean over to Peach and go, "They must be like 400 by now. That's crazy." About Tam's parents.
Yes. One generation, 400 years old.
Peach steps forward and bows most courtfully and most politely and says, "I present myself for the truth."
One so young. Not many summers have you seen.
Yes, only 3.
Not much truth for one such young. But there is truth about the nature of the one you call father.
Yes, of course. He is a very truthful man.
You may yet come to find that he is not what he presents himself to be.
Peach, who knows his father, is like, "Well, quite obviously."
Not in that manner. You shall find out more that may... Well, it shall come to pass.
That is the nature of such things. I am quite pleased. Thank you.
No, all of you, be gone.
Just go and bow and head out.
Peach is very pleased. As we are going down, he is telling everyone about how astute this man is.
All right, so you're able to make your way back down the path along the mountainside. Much less hindered or without any need for Constitution saving throws or such.
Hooray!
Going back down.
Imagine we had to roll those and we all just die on the way back.
Right.
Some
guys
truths
walked
that
up
were
on
just
this?
not meant to be revealed.
Yes. So perhaps I will take everyone back over to
A whole new map.
just the regular Waterdeep map.
Well, now it's time to go underwater, right? With
Well,
all the
first we'd probably
exhaustion?
go over to the guards, or like the patrol.
Yeah, because we
station.
have to report all the bodies we found and also about that guy we left in a pit.
Oh shoot, we kind of left him in the pit.
Well, yeah, we weren't going to carry him back.
Also, could we leave the information with the guards to give to Blackstaff? Or is this do they not mesh well?
I feel like this is a thing where we should only tell other people who are members of the Grey Hands what we have to report, since this is a very specific faction mission.
Works for me.
You, you certainly could and probably should tell the guards at the guard post at the base of the mountain path what happened to their fellow
Colleagues.
guardsmen,
Yeah.
their fellow colleagues that happened on the outpost further up.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of like the results of what you found out from the monk, you need to do a check-in with Vajra at some point. You can go and do the dragon quest first.
Well, I just, it's more so, we have a person with exhaustion on them, and we should
Mhm.
probably take care of that first. So it's
Mhm.
like, should
I'd
we go and just
appreciate it.
knock this all out today of talking to Vajra about it, and then getting whatever the follow-up is to that? Or do you guys want to just rest and then do the dragon thing tomorrow, and then we bring both to Vajra? What do you guys feel?
Yeah, no. That is a good question.
Well, since the monk didn't really have much to tell us, perhaps we should, like you said, Basil, we should go rest and take care of the dragon tomorrow, and then go see the Silver Hand after that.
All right,
The-
works for me.
Black Hand, Black Staff.
I was like, how many
Blackstaff.
times are you going to mess up their names?
His name is Tam, okay? He's very old and he forgets things.
Sir Cruz, to be perfectly honest with you, I only listen to about 30% of what people tell me. So
Because the rest is just pointless, right?
exactly, yes.
Are we talking
Okay.
about Golden Ear? Was that too far, Golden Ear?
Might
Well,
be.
Because
Definitely went over my head.
Okay, yeah, just checking.
it could have just been a slip of the tongue because Laeral Silverhand is the open lord of Waterdeep,
Right.
Mhm.
whereas you're dealing with Vajra the Blackstaff,
Right.
who is, like the head honcho wizard and also the leader of the Grey Hands and the Force Grey.
And then you have Peach Candleheart, who is a 3-year-old nobody.
Be completely honest, we're all kind of nobodies in our own respect.
I mean, it's better that way.
Less attention, that's for sure.
Mhm. So we go take a rest and then go do dragon.
I guess the most convenient place would be Yawning Portal, unless there's a closer inn.
Basil's gonna go grow mold. I don't know what you guys are gonna do. Basil's gotta go grow some mold real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So we'll just say that we told the guard post people about their colleagues and also the other dead guy, the Manticore area.
sure.
And also about the guy we strung out.
Oh yeah, there's a dude in the pit. Please don't police brutality him.
Don't worry, he's very much tied up.
Yeah.
The guards will just be kind of like confounded and like open jawed.
Well, I mean, he did kill a bunch of people, so like, don't be nice to him either. But like, yeah, I guess
Mhm.
Yeah, with their help, they kind of sent a manticore out to murder your associates. I don't think they need too much due diligence to be taken care of, wouldn't you say?
Mhm. Yeah.
Also, are they open jawed because they're shocked at what we're telling them, or are they open jawed because they can't imagine not police brutalitying someone?
So why do we carry around these clubs if not to hit people? I'm so confused.
What are clubs if not to hit people with?
You wouldn't deprive a guardsman of his walking stick, would you?
It's like telling me to not wear pants. I gotta
I'll-
hit him.
I'll leave that up to your own conclusions.
Fantastic. I like it that way, honestly.
We're walking away. Wow, those guys looked really eager to go to town on that guy in the pit. Man, crazy.
Wasn't for the fact that I wouldn't try to kill them, I'd probably be the same.
All right. So, and hello, Emily. Thank you. I
Yes.
see you in chat. Thank you for stopping by. So,
Are
Oh
You're-
we
my gosh,
staying?
Shadow noticed me. Oh my god.
I mean, you can make it back to the manor.
Yeah.
Not much problem because like it. Let me think here.
How much exhaustion does Cruz get? I mean, that's the real question.
I have 2 right now, so I can only get rid of 1 per long rest.
Yeah. Well, only 1 level per long rest. But I was just thinking, like, it would be probably
It's like afternoon now.
mid
Right?
to late afternoon.
Yeah.
By the time you would get back.
Can
Oh,
Cruz
we
go
did that
to like?
all in like 5 hours.
Can Cruz do like a good relaxation, like cucumbers on the eyes, full spa mask thing to get rid
Yeah,
of both
can
of
he
them?
do like 2 back-to-back 8-hour rests and then get rid of the exhaustion?
Normally, like rules as written, that would be a no.
No.
But
Oh, okay. Fair.
if you give me just like a straight Constitution check, and
Great.
Oh, we know how those have been going.
Good track record here. Can't go wrong.
Let's do it.
Depending on what you get, could persuade me to.
So this would be con save, right?
No, just con check.
Okay.
Guidance.
Guidance.
Yeah, I need you to make a check on your constitution. Take some drugs.
It'll be a 14 unless you're gonna allow that guidance.
There's just the mechanical hands are on Cruz's shoulders, just massaging very poorly for guidance.
For
Okay.
guidance.
Basically,
Take 3 away.
basically, like it was like as soon as you get home, like if you were to like just like go and rest immediately and not do anything until like you go to get up the next day, then I will allow you to remove both levels of exhaustion.
I just go ahead and like, I think I'm gonna head back to the estate and rest, if that's okay with all of you.
Yes, no, I will go with you. I am quite tired myself.
I gotta go to my part-time job, so yeah, I'm gonna follow you guys.
I must return to my father. He would love to know about many of the things that I have discovered.
I go ahead and I motion over to Tam real quickly. I think it's best you take Peach home instead, just in case, after what we talked about.
Ah, yes. Yes, that might be a good idea.
Thank you for the offer, though. We'll be okay. I'm certain Hoods has got my back. I'm sorry.
Who's Hoods?
Basil. I have messed
Weird.
that up. I'm
It's a
sorry.
weird nickname. Like just an article of clothing. So weird.
You do wear a hood all the time, sir. I'm so sorry.
Well, I don't like doing my hair, so of course I'm gonna put a hood up.
Yeah. All right, let's head back then.
Okay.
Do I see anything peculiar about the area around my father's shop/lodgings?
Not today.
It is, yes, because it is daytime and not nighttime, as it has
Mhm.
always been since coming back. Okay. Yep.
Yes, and I do believe that we should come back at some point in the night. Maybe you and Sir Cruz, and I will follow, but I will be invisible, and maybe I can catch the perpetrator that has been following you.
Oh, you sound very excited, friend.
Yes, I am.
Peach swivels his head a little bit, clockwise, like he's turning a dial, and he says, I have heard people say this before, so please tell me if I am saying this incorrectly, but I do believe the excitement is making you sound young again, even though I have never heard you young before. What do you
yes.
think?
I think so. Yes. Let's see. You know, I actually, I have a spell for this.
And I'll snap my fingers, and I will turn into a young version of Tam. Just like maybe like a 30-year-old version of Tam.
Okay.
Just, and I'm using disguise self.
Mhm.
Peach startles, and it's very funny because he jumps back a little bit and his feathers go all fluffy, very alarmed, like, and he goes, "Oh, goodness!
Don't be alarmed. But
Oh.
this
Oh
is
my god!
this is what I looked like. This is what I sounded like when I was into my early 30s.
Peach is completely frozen and staring at you for a bit and says, "I'm not sure how I feel. Your face is all stretched out, and your voice is all stretched down."
Yes, well, I'll, this is just a spell. I'm still me, so don't worry. I'll snap my fingers again and pop back into old Tam.
So is young Tam hot?
Yeah,
Old
of
Tam is
He
course.
is
hot.
probably
fucking
a
kidding me?
10 out of 10. Let's be honest here with that voice.
I mean,
You
he
kidding
has
me?
he had like 20 billion children, so the implication is
The man's got Riz for days.
The whiz with the riz.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
the Wizard of Waterdeep.
Yeah, no, the puns are too much. My brain overloaded.
That's what they called me when I was younger. Yes, the Wizard of Waterdeep.
It brings a new meaning to evocation.
Ugh.
For those of you who have just joined this stream, welcome. This is what we are
Yep.
like at always.
Sexy singles in your area.
That's right.
And then Peach says, I hope you don't mind, but I think I liked it better when you are like this.
Yes, no, that makes sense. This is how you know me, and yes, yes, I will keep to this visage. Yeah.
Although I think it is very good that you can change back into your younger self, just in case people are looking for you.
Yes. Do you want to know a secret? I can change into other people too, so that might be fun.
And then Peach does a little side-to-side wiggle, which looks really menacing, but you realize it's him being mischievous when he leans in and he says, "What if you became Basil?
Oh, that would be very fun, wouldn't it?
That would be extremely funny."
I would have to, I would have to work on the voice, but I think I might be able to pull it off.
I think you would have an easy time doing that voice, especially since your voice changed so much from when you were young to you now, so it should not be difficult.
Well, yes. Well, I am old, so. But anyway, Sir Peach, you need to get back to your father, and I need to get back to the manor, so, I will leave you here.
Yes,
I will see you tomorrow.
I will see you tomorrow as well. Goodbye, both old version and young version of you. Ha! And Peach doodles off to tell his father everything about his life.
Head just bobbing up and down as he's going towards the house.
So the experimental elixir I rolled was for alter self.
Oh my god.
Tam, you're gonna come into the bar, which is it packed? Are there like people here, Shadow, now? Or is there like clientele? I know we have workers and everything.
So yeah, so like when Tam gets back, it would probably be like 5 or 6 p.m. roughly. So like there's actually like a pretty decent like dinner crowd.
So
Like
you're gonna walk
probably
in-
probably like 60-65% capacity.
to see yourself at the bar, wearing very short trousers and a very tight shirt. I want milk. I can't. I want. And it's just that over and over and over again. Of like the alter self alters the entire appearance, but Basil's voice is unmistakable.
You want milk?
I'll walk in and look and see myself behind the bar with Basil's voice.
Very spryly, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry about this. You were here, and I made this new thing today, and I really wanted to test it out. And you're the first person I thought of because, it would be nice to be tall, and you get looks. Anyways, so I was testing it out, and this is all coming out of your face. This like nervous young energy. So I was just testing it out. We didn't do anything nefarious. They all know that I'm me, but
Sir Basil,
did-
you may think that this is very offensive to me, but it is not. I find it quite hilarious.
Let's go because I can make this a lot. So yeah, you wanna share like a glass of milk?
If I can interject, I will allow this because this is objectively hilarious. Although,
Does alter voice?
well, no, but both disguise self and alter self, Basil is small and Tam is medium, and you can't change sizes.
It's not like we're using it for
it's
anything
working.
like actual in combat
Yeah.
or anything like that. You're just using it for fun.
So you might have like very short Tam or like very tall Basil.
Yeah, we would
Just
even out.
micro Tam.
Although I have a question, is it an illusion or is it like shape shifting? I always thought it was an illusory thing.
Yeah,
Alter
it's an
self
illusion.
is a poke one. You can poke alter self. You cannot poke disguise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That-
yeah.
Because I thought
that
it
is
would be
correct.
funny is if if it pixelates. So you have a pixelated squished version of Tam.
Someone didn't hold shift correctly in Photoshop and just squished a face down.
Yeah.
We go from 60 hertz Tam to 120 hertz Tam.
Okay, continue.
No, that's all I had. I'll just say that to Basil, and then I'll go upstairs to rest.
Okay.
We share a glass of milk. That's it. Just I thought it was wonderful that you talked about doing that because I was gonna interject. Oh, I put the alter self potion in your pocket in case something went awry, and then you did it, and I was like, oh, I didn't even need to be here for this scene. Great. So I wanted to pay it off.
Perfect. I enjoyed it.
Okie dokie. I just realized I never transitioned that over, but it doesn't really matter because we haven't had anything to do with the map anyway.
It is morning now.
Okay, if it is morning, Tam, did you live through the night?
Oh, that's right.
1 month and 29 days remain. Boom, boom.
Bam, bam.
It's day 4 of 10 for our first 10 day.
Mhm.
Yep.
That sounds right.
Where is my? Hold on a second.
Make sure. Gotta
Need the
track it.
fancy one.
Let me make sure that I got the right ones. Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Percentile, dice.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Ham gets up and goes to get a coffee in the morning.
Okay. Good.
Mhm.
I would probably follow a little bit after. Maybe I slept in a tiny bit longer than normal. And I'm just kind of groggily make my way down the steps. Greet Tam like, so it seems I need to work on my cardio, good friend.
Yes.
The moment you said like groggily made your way down the steps, I was almost like, do I make him do a dexterity saving throw to see if
Oh
he
my
falls
God.
down the stairs?
It's, I mean, I said it. You could totally have me do it. I would be fine with it.
No. Continue.
So, did anything happen on that trip? I hope not.
Back to Sir Peach's house.
Yes.
No. I believe it was because it was the daytime.
That
We
makes
were not.
sense.
Yes, we were not followed. So.
All right. Well, we'll have to try during the night sometime. I just wanted to be cautious, you know.
Yes, of course. Yes. I wonder. I wonder if it has less to do with Peach and more her father, his father.
I have been thinking something of that sort as well, but I didn't want to say anything yet.
Yeah, something tells me that he may have enemies in Waterdeep, and perhaps a way to get to him would be through Sir Peach.
Yes. Well, we cannot do anything for the father, obviously, directly, but we can do what we can for Sir Peach, as any friend would.
Yes, and my offer still stands. And the next time you accompany Peach back to his house, I would like to join you, but invisible.
Of course. I know you've been waiting to use that power. It seems like your new favorite spell.
Yes.
That was a Dark Souls ass laugh.
There
Just
is
little patches vibes, nothing too
Yeah.
big.
there's an explosion from the basement trapdoor.
I
Followed
go
by
ahead
smoke.
and
I see
just sit there and put my hand up to my bridge of
See
my
some-
nose.
Sir Basil is awake. Yes.
It would seem so.
Yes.
I'm climbing up the ladder and I toss it open. It's just like a small puff of black smoke comes out. Okay, okay, moss is super flammable, guys. Okay. Well, I did make something. So here, I put it up on the counter next to Cruz. You should take that in case like something goes awry today. I don't know what we're gonna do, but this is a thing where basically it'll make you better at stuff for like 10 minutes. I rolled boldness on the experimental elixir. For 10 minutes, you can add a D4 to attack rolls or saving throws. I believe it's a bless. I did just read it very quickly, but I'm just gonna pass that off to you.
I hold it and I'm like, didn't you just get out of a room filled with essentially explosive mold, sir?
Yeah, don't taste it when you drink it. You don't taste it.
That's unfortunately just something that happens. It's a lot harder for us Aarakocra to just down something. I hope you understand this.
I wonder if there's a way to make it so you can take a thing without tasting it. If one hole doesn't work and just it trails off and starts looking off into the distance, huh? I'll just
So
draw some
Basil,
diagrams.
please don't. Okay, well.
What?
Nothing. Go on. It's youth, right? Right, Sir Tam, youth.
Is Basil about to invent injections?
I mean, maybe.
I'm pretty sure by this point, injections have already been invented.
Well, reinvent?
I mean, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. At least his heart is in the right place.
It really is, and that's why I'm letting him go about his day, because he is trying. I understand.
You know, you guys, I'm standing right here. I'm looking at both of you as you're talking about me in a third person, and it's a pretty wild experience for me sometimes.
It would actually be really funny if, like, Basil had that syndrome where, like, all of his internal organs are mirrored, so his heart actually isn't in the right place.
I mean, that's canon now. That has to be canon.
We're gonna have to make reference to that at some point in the future. We're gonna have to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's gonna happen.
Basil has flipped insides.
That just sounds
Okay.
weird.
I mean, you said it. I just wrote it down. Hey, I'm just taking the notes.
At this point, Peach comes in, and even though he's wearing plate mail, in his full, resplendent, beautifully polished silver plate, he comes in and he seems quite chipper. And he's holding his lunchbox from his father as usual. And he says, "Good morning, my friends. My father this morning was quite put up with me. And he said that if I did not keep my armor on this time in a fight, he would solder me into it, like one of his ornamental statues. I have truly annoyed him, and I know that this is how he shows his love."
I don't. Okay. Someone else want to take this one? Honestly.
Well, you have cast off armor, right? So you can step out of it whenever, which means you can also step into it. So
Yes, that is the thing. But you see, my father, he said, "Why did I commission this armor for you if all you are going to do is take it off and then fly around like a fool?" And then I said, "Oh,
got a
yes,
point.
that is very true, father, but I have grown up and I wish to protect my friends." And he said, "Why must you be a hero?" And he was very, very put up with me. But that is fine.
Wait, so your dad doesn't like it when you save people?
He doesn't like it when I'm naked when I do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I agree with him.
Yes, you see, this is a situation in which I agree with myself and I also agree with my father, and therefore this is a conflict born out of love, which means that we have a healthy relationship. So I am very pleased today. And see, he still even packed me lunch despite his anger. This displays his love. Why are you all so quiet?
I'm.
Well, we
Yeah, that's great.
yes, well,
To say
I
the
mean,
least, I don't think either any one of us has been raised in a similar fashion, so
I've
it's
never
hard
gotten a
for us
lunchbox.
to.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, that.
I-
But I was just gonna say it's hard for us to relate directly, maybe. And
Oh, I can see that. You all seem like very responsible people who would keep your clothes on in a fight.
well, yes,
I mean,
it's
yes.
kind of literally my whole thing. I can't fly, so what's the point of me taking off this armor?
I don't know if I'd be opposed to it though.
Keep your clothes on, Basil.
I'm not gonna take Do you know how long it takes me to get dressed and undressed every morning with the amount of straps and bandoliers I wear? Oh, it's so much.
Sir Basil, please, for all the gods in this earth, please do not take off your clothes in public.
I'm like, guys, you don't need to worry. I'm like thoroughly strapped in. It's gonna take like 15 minutes to get all this junk off me and safely put down on the floor, hopefully, so it doesn't break.
Well, I think we could either spend all day, delving into the relationship between Peach and his father, or we could go talk to a dragon.
I vote dragon.
I vote for
Oh.
dragon, yes, as
They're
well.
both exceedingly interesting, let me make that clear, but a dragon does sound kind of awesome.
Also, the dragon is our job.
Right, yes.
Right.
We are
Yeah.
contractually obligated to talk about the dragon and to talk with the dragon.
Oh,
I'll put up the underwater breathing potions on the
Mhm.
table.
All
Get one
right.
to take one.
So
Yeah, and each of us had one, I believe.
yes, there is one for each of you.
So I will also, of course, although a little bit hesitantly, I take the vial that was given to me by Sir Basil.
There was no provided map for this side quest, and I even searched for like 3 hours for like under like water like scenes that were similar enough to this, and I couldn't find anything worthwhile.
Oh, damn.
So you'll just have to imagine.
Inner mind palace.
Imagination.
But I don't use my brain. Oh no.
You gotta use some of your brain if you're gonna make all those poisons.
All right.
Basil uses a lot of brain.
So, just as a reminder, the mission brief that you got from Vajra says a young bronze dragon has taken up residence in Deepwater Harbor. It startled a few sailors recently, but hasn't hurt anyone. Metallic dragons are usually good, but just to make sure, I'd like you to learn its intentions. And you were all given potions of water breathing.
before we get there, I'm like, do any of you happen to know Draconic, by chance?
No, why?
I feel like it would be very easy to communicate with the dragon at that point. It could know common. It depends on how old the dragon is, but, you know.
Yes, I do. Sorry, I was picking my spells for the day. Yes, you said you
Fantastic.
said something about knowing speaking Draconic.
Yes, we're going to be most likely interacting with this dragon in some way, shape, or form. I'd prefer someone that actually knows their native tongue, just in case it's, an adolescent or a young dragon. We don't want to startle it.
Yes. No, I could speak his language. Yes.
All right.
And he can speak it in both old and young versions. And then Peach tries to wink at Tam, but he can't do it, so he just blinks at him instead.
Yeah, just closes both eyes.
Yeah.
Just like very slowly, like. And I just kind of look there, like head to the side, like, what?
It is a joke, my friend. You will discover it for yourself one day.
Okay.
All right. So, from the manor to Deepwater Harbor, will probably take at least an hour and a half to get there, if not most of 2 hours.
And we're going into the water with our breathing.
Yeah.
Motions, or...
You will arrive at the harbor, which I will ping on the map here, is right by these docks.
Yep.
Okay.
And you don't really see anything of note as you first glance out over the very cold waters of Deepwater Harbor in winter.
Are we along the coastline right now?
Yes.
Could I see if there's any tracks or anything?
Oh, the ranger is here.
Tracks?
Like maybe it's going around its nesting point and wandering during the night or something.
You will find no tracks on land.
Okay. Figured I'd ask.
And you can see kind of like little flows of ice floating in the water, and yeah, it is winter.
Could I try to fly above the water and look for the dragon this way?
Sure.
Just immediately shed the armor that you were just told vehemently not to take off, and just to take off.
We're not in combat. My father said not to take off armor in combat.
Yep.
I'm glad we have that cleared. But
Yep.
Shadowed, as DM, would you allow me to... Would this be a sensible means of searching? Or is it too stormy or something today?
Nope. It would be a sensible means of searching for sure.
Okay.
So flying out over the water, I would need you to make a perception check.
Would Basil like to hop on my back and be a second pair of eyes in the air?
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I can get something that's safer than an hour of breathing underwater. Sorry, so I'm like deep in character sheets right now. Yeah, I'd love to hop in the back and help out.
Okay, cool. So I will roll perception.
I'd probably also, while they're going up in there, I'd be probably searching around the corpse or
if Basil is helping, then that goes with advantage. So that was 18 first. And that was 12 seconds, so we'll be taking the 18.
18? Okay. So, as you fly out over the harbor, kind of like making circles around, trying to see if you can see anything, at one point you do notice kind of like the sinewy shape of a dragon with kind of like tucked in wings swimming around underwater. But it's like, just like the kind of like the vaguest shape of it. down below the water.
Okay, so Basil and I will make a note of where that was. Then I will return to everyone else, put my armor back on, and then tell them where I saw the dragon swimming.
Okay.
So now we can further cut down on the amount of time that we would have spent underwater looking for the dragon.
Well done.
Mhm.
Good.
Will we need to hire a rowboat or something to take us out there and then scuba dive in, or are we gonna Leroy Jenkins it into the water?
Well, considering he said that there's ice inside there, I don't know if we want to just walk into the water all the way to this location. Might be a bit frigid.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll take a boat or
Uh,
hire a boat.
acquiring a boat may be a very wise idea.
Okay, let's find someone with a boat then.
Okay. You see a few kind of like small rowboats all kind of like tied up around the docks. And of course, there are some larger cargo ships docked at the docks as well. After a bit of poking around, you do find that there is someone who will rent you out one of the rowboats for 3 copper an hour.
Okay.
Can I pull out 2 bottles of bourbon? Be like, does this work?
And then they will nod enthusiastically and be
There
like,
you go.
you can have the boat for the whole day.
Thanks.
Awesome. Great.
Where did you have bourbon?
We got 5 bottles of bourbon, man.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna mark 2 of them bad boys off.
Okay. So
Sir
as
Basil, that was good thinking.
I didn't really know what to do with it because we got it from a strange camp full of people that were bad. So I didn't want to serve it in the bar because then I'd have to drink it, and I didn't want to drink it. So I thought I'd just give it away as gifts. Hopefully it's not poisoned.
Hopefully.
Hopefully not.
And if it is, we have a boat.
I can cure them. I can cure them. It's fine, probably.
after all of this, Peach just says from the back of the boat where he's rowing everybody out to where he saw the dragon, "My father says that alcohol will poison your brain."
Yeah, it's not great.
All right.
No,
So
he is right, but and it's a fun sort of poison.
So you saw the dragon swimming around some of the deeper water next to the deepest water over this way. So it doesn't take you very long to get out there in the boat that you have now acquired for the day. Yeah. So what would you like to do once you row out that far?
Basil's
I
pulling
think-
lead weights out of the bag of holding and just dumping them onto the bottom of the boat.
I think that it would be best if someone stayed in the boat to prevent it from drifting away while the rest of us are speaking to the dragon.
That is a good idea. Yes.
Here, you want to hold on to one of these? And I just like lift one over to Tam.
No.
You're so light though. You're just gonna like you can see I'm starting to like shake while holding it. You're just gonna float on the water. There's no way you're going down.
Yes, that will hurt my back if I try to hold that.
Peach leans over the side and like dips one little finger into the water and says, "It is very cold. Friend Tam, perhaps you should stay inside the boat because you are old and you may get frozen to death."
I mean, perhaps, but also I'm the one that speaks Draconic.
Yeah, that's the only
Oh.
problem.
That is true. Well, I hope you know how to keep yourself warm with your magic then.
Oh yes, I will light myself on fire.
You sound
I-
young again.
I don't know if lighting yourself on fire would be the best course of action. As amusing as that might look, I don't think anyone else that happens to be rowing by or on one of the cargo ships would appreciate it too much.
Yes, but it would be fun.
Perhaps.
Who else is coming? I assume you guys don't want to leave me up here with the boat because I am, by all accounts, the irresponsible one. I'll admit it. I'll own my own course here. So who else is going?
Peach and Cruz, this may be a weird question, but can you swim?
Yeah, it was me trying to broach that subject in a very
Yes.
canonical way.
I can obviously swim.
Okay, so I've never thought of it in the concept of this now because it's not something you just think of when you're making the character. Hey, this one swim. Judging by the fact that Cruz has been near the coast as long as he's been alive, I would say that he at least has the means to swim fine.
Okay.
My father
Maybe
is
It's
very
not something he
paranoid.
likes. 'Cause
maybe not for
our feathers do not like it.
yeah, maybe not for long periods of time, but
Yeah.
he definitely has some experience with diving and coming back up anyway.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that would also mean that we'd probably have to both take off our armor because we'll just sink we'll just sink straight down with our armor.
That's a good thing though. That's
Well,
why I brought these. I'm just
that-
thunking out lead plates.
Your armor or Basil's weights may help to counteract your natural buoyancy of light bones.
This is true.
Peach ponders and he says, "Well, I am strong enough to carry my armor, and I do believe that I am strong enough to swim with it, because, well, my father is a very paranoid man, and he says it is important to be able to survive all circumstances. So I think I will be all right to go into the water. But the reason why I would think perhaps you should stay, friend Basil, is because you're carrying so many poisons, and I can only imagine that if one of your valves broke and the water became flooded with your tinctures, that we would all die gruesome deaths."
Oh, actually, here's a really fun fact about just osmosis in general. The moment that the poison would hit the water would diffuse so immensely that by the time it would reach a person, it would be like an itch or an irritation at most, which is a bummer if you think about it. I've been theorizing, I've been throwing around some ideas about vats of poison that you could put into large bodies of water that would completely corrode all the. Okay, now I see your faces when I'm talking. I can see that. So I'm gonna stop here while I'm ahead.
Yeah, don't do that, please.
But okay, I'm not gonna do it. It's just how do you solve the problem of diffusion or just general osmosis? And that is through a large, dense quantity of a. Yeah, can you just get me a vial of dragon water? That would be cool. I just start handing out vials.
Why would you need a vat of poison? That's my question for you, sir.
Why do you need a vat of alcohol? Just cause.
The thing is that alcohol is regularly consumed, whereas poison is in small doses traditionally.
Yes, but Sir Cruz, if you look at it from Basil's point of view, the question would be, why wouldn't you want a vat of poison?
I suppose that is also true to my
There's all
slight
types of weird stuff.
embarrassment.
Thank
That
you.
We are
exists
being
in the
raided
world?
by the kids are asleep.
Hey!
Hello.
Thank you for the raid.
Thank
The
you for
kids
the
are asleep.
raid.
I don't know if you guys have been in the ocean recently, but it's pretty scary in there. There's a lot of weird stuff, and you just don't want it around sometimes. And so when I was a kid, I used to theorize about not getting it around, and that involved just a lot of poison. So sorry that. Okay, yep, I'll stay here.
All right, just you've paddled a boat before, I hope.
Sure. Is that gonna make you feel better?
The way you said it makes me feel worse.
Well, I can't
Have
be
you
that
ever-
hard.
I have rope on me, right? I'm just gonna go ahead and tie it to Basil myself.
Welcome in, raiders from The Kids Are Asleep. You are coming into the middle of episode 12 of Shadow Crew Adventures Waterdeep Dragon Heist. As you can see on your screen, I am Shadowed Mage, and I am joined by the player. I'm the DM, and I am joined by the players Yoi Gawain Lin, who's playing Peach Candleheart, Hootie, who is playing Basil Globberpot, Tilted Gaming, who is playing Cruz Swain, aka the Aviary,
The Aviary.
and
Aviary.
Drew the Demager, who's playing Tamaran Rambatam Tambalan.
Nicely done,
He
Shadow.
did it all. Damn. Give this man a medal.
You can find out more about them if you put in the command in chat that is !Shadow Cars, CHARS.
Shadow Crew?
But Shadow Crew if you want to find where you can find all of us online. But Shadow Cars for the characters.
Also,
Alright.
Dragon Magpie. Is that somebody that you know, Yoy?
No. You can't just assume we know each other because
because
they are
we
also
happen
a
to be
magpie.
I think that everyone named Magpie knows each other.
That's it.
They all belong to a Discord server called The Nest.
Yeah, right.
Is the ocean here deeper than 50 feet?
Yes.
Okay. I look. So, are you tying this rope to me to keep me on the boat, or are you tying this rope to me to you so the boat is anchored in some way?
Both.
I just look at you. You know that if you tie this to me, you're just gonna dangle down at the bottom and watch the others sink.
Do we have a second set of rope here? That would be great to extend this out.
I believe I do because that comes with the general pack thing, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
If we have a adventurer's pack, I believe you get, or dungeoneering pack, I believe you get 100 feet of hempen rope.
50 feet of
Oh, 50,
hempen
right.
rope I have.
50 feet.
Mhm.
So that would be 100 feet. Would 100 feet be enough, Shadow?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And I go ahead and, as I finish tying it off, I if something happens, tug on the rope, and I'll let the rest know so we can come to the surface. Okay?
Okay, how are you gonna tie the ropes together? Do you know a bozeman knot, or how are we doing this?
Yes, I've been. I know quite a few knots.
I mean,
Don't-
to be
don't-
fair, he's a ranger, so
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Basil
feel
doesn't
like
know that.
if any of the classes are going to know all the knots, it's the ranger.
Basil just wants to see a new knot get tied. There's a
Mm-mm.
little bit of nerd here.
Okay, so
All the fancy knots.
yeah, okay, so we have our anchor, quote unquote, established. We go into water.
Okay.
All right, gonna.
I'm
Well,
gonna
I guess
drink. I'm gonna drink the water breathing potion before I go into the water.
yeah.
Mhm.
Highly
The
advisable.
one thing I was gonna say beforehand is I guess we should also just take a quick check around our surroundings before we just jump in.
Mhm.
So, you want me to make a roll for that real quick, Shadow?
In this part of the harbor and the water, it seems to be a pretty quiet day. It is early winter, so there's not a lot of ship traffic. Not as much as there would be in the end of autumn, right before winter.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about any ships coming or going nearby. But you probably did have a good idea about trying to make sure that the rowboat doesn't float away too far or anything like that.
Mhm.
All right. So if you are consuming the potions of water breathing and diving in,
Mhm.
Yep.
all right. As you plunge into the water, all of you who plunge into the water, give me Constitution saving throws.
Oh boy, my favorite. Oh my god, we actually landed a good one.
That is a 22 for Dear Candleheart.
That is a 13 for me. I'm very cold.
Okay.
18 for me.
All right. So that is Cruz and Peach. You find that the water is very cold, but you somehow are able to withstand the cold. Tam, you take 1 cold damage.
All right.
Waiting for him to
Good
say
thing-
1d8 cold down. I was like, well, that's very cold.
That's if you got below a 10. I
Good
had
thing
it.
we have all that bourbon waiting for us.
I had it all
Yeah,
figured
right.
out for like below 10, between 10 and 15, and above 15.
The last thing
Perfect.
that you guys see as you take the seat back off of the boat is Basil pulling out like a small grill to start cooking food on. He's just waving enthusiastically.
On a wooden boat.
All right.
He's nice and warm.
So you're now underwater, and as you descend down into the water, you see the long serpentine shape of the dragon swimming around down below you, and it detects the movement up above, and all of a sudden it comes whoosh, 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 and swims up to like come to like head level with all of you, and then it just like pulls back the sides of its mouth and it shows its teeth. It seems to be smiling.
How deep are we?
Oh, probably about 30 feet down.
And
I
guess
will-
Go ahead.
I will cast light on Peach's armor.
Okay.
I'm so
Okay.
shiny.
So now
Yeah.
Peach is a glowing ball of light, so we can all see fairly well.
And then the dragon like opens its mouth and it's like it blinks, and it's like, oh, ooh, shiny,
Shiny.
and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like speaking in common.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Well, that's convenient.
In Draconic, I will say,
Vasroda.
which is a common Draconic.
Yeah, what's it mean, bud?
Yep.
Yeah, what's it mean?
Of course, uh-huh.
God damn it!
We're all Dova here.
Where's my tab of Skyrim dragon shouts?
Does it push the dragon away? In disgust?
Disgust.
No, the joke does that.
Oh, hello, dragon friend, or friend who speaks dragon.
Yes, hello there.
This is so weird. I didn't expect to see people and whatever those things are, and the shiny one of that thing. What are you doing all down here in the water, where it's wet and cold?
Yes, well, those are bird persons.
Oh yes, they surely must be. They have wings. You do have wings,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The feathery things on your backs. I have leathery ones, but you have feathery ones.
Peach obligingly shows his wings.
I try to stretch out my wings, but kind of just doesn't happen.
Hey, you're underwater. How can you breathe underwater?
We were given a potion to stay under here for a bit.
Oh,
Yes, we would like to speak with you.
potions. Potions let you breathe underwater?
Certain ones.
Certain potions. Oh, interesting. Where did you get those potions?
An associate.
Oh, so someone gave them to you. Okay. Why is he shining? Is that magic?
Yes, it is. Yes. It's, we're used to it being a little bit more bright, and it's,
And then like
sort of dark.
the dragon like starts to swim around you. And he's like, oh, wearing interesting clothes. This bird person has a very interesting sword. Where'd you get that sword?
A mansion we had recently cleared of, curse.
Oh, I think your sword is magic.
Yes, we've come to the same conclusion as well. It is quite a nice sword.
You know, I like shiny things and I like magic things. So, you are very interesting.
Oh. Have you been here a while?
How do you define a while?
How many suns have set since you've been here?
Quite a few. 15 maybe?
Okay.
I don't know.
Any
10?
particular reason
10?
why you came out to
15?
here?
Haven't been paying much attention. Been too interested in the stuff that I found down here.
Oh. Is there a lot of magic items that just wander or happen to be down here?
And then like its eyes glitter, and he's like, "Wow, there's magic stuff and lots of gold and like gems and coins. There's shipwrecks. The shipwrecks have a lot of neat stuff."
I see. And you've been collecting them all, I'd imagine.
Well, I want to. I've been trying to find a way to get into the shipwrecks to collect some of that stuff. You know, we dragons, we like to collect the shinies. But even though I'm a very young dragon, I'm a bit too big to fit inside some of the holes leading into the ships. You would be able to fit.
Well, we could perhaps help you with that, but I think there was a couple of questions we had to ask.
Oh, yes, it is because, well, people notice that, hey, there perhaps is a dragon nearby. They get a little worried, but you seem very, very nice. Were you thinking of living here forever?
People are afraid of me? Oh, I don't want to scare people. I just want the shinies. I don't know if I would make my forever home here, but I was certainly hoping to, stay here for a while, and I really wanted to collect those shinies. But also maybe make friends? You folks seem like friends.
Well,
Peach,
we-
who is 3 years old. Oh, I would love to be friends with you, and I would love to help you be happy.
Oh, yeah. Yay, friends.
Well, do you have anything to say on the matter, Sir Tam? I think this is a pretty cut and dry case of just people being a little bit worried.
Friends might help friends retrieve shinies, and even maybe split the shinies.
Oh, of course. I was just wanting to make sure that my fellow associate here had the means to speak if he needed to. We'll be more than happy to help you.
No, this soul interaction is delightful.
Friend Tam, you are sounding younger and younger by the day.
Well, laughter is the greatest medicine, you know.
Mhm.
Yes, no, we would be yes, we would absolutely help you. Yes.
But we
yay,
must be
awesome.
quick. We must be quick, though. The potions will not let us breathe underwater for a very long time.
Oh, yes. Okay. I suppose that makes sense. How long do you have?
We have
We
about
should
an
have
hour.
like an hour, yeah.
Okay. This might be challenging. We'll have to see how much we can get out of the shipwrecks.
Well, let's pick the one that you like the most. The shipwreck that you like the most. Since we probably will only be able to visit one ship.
Oh, yes. Come. Follow me. I'll show you.
I should
And
probably
he
go
starts
over.
swimming away.
I'm kind of connected to Basil still.
Basil's about to take a bite of a huge sandwich, and the boat starts to move. Ah! Ah, dang it. It's all over the floor now. All right.
You eat poison for fun. Just eat it off the floor.
Oh my god.
That's heinous. No way.
Hey, there might be some new type of mold on the shipboards, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, I know Hoodie is disgusted, but I think Basil wouldn't care. This is why his parents don't love him.
But this is actually because of his parents, right? Grew up in a very well-to-do household. The moment real food touches the floor, it's out. If it's not food and he eats it, it's fine because it was never food.
Ah, I see.
He'll lick a rock all day.
Come, friends. Come see the ship. Oh, hey, actually, if we're friends, I should tell you my name, and I should learn your names. What are your
that
names?
Sounds like... I am Peach.
You're a peach,
Yes.
but you're a bird person. You're not a fruit.
Oh, yes, this is true. It is because when I was born, my face looked like a peach. Now it looks like a heart.
Oh, okay.
My name is Sir Cruz Swain, but you can just call me Cruz.
Cruz. And then like all of a sudden his like very like like friendly like young voice goes like very like deep and draconic, like trying to say your name. I was like, oh, okay, Cruz.
As in,
Yes.
you can call me Tam.
Tam. Oh, I like that name. Tam.
And what is
This is
your
a
name, friend?
very young dragon, is what I'm getting here.
My name is Zilafar, but you can call me Zelly.
Zilafar.
Yes.
Yep. Hey, you know that's the most normal name I've heard so far. So yep.
Zelafarn. Zelifaarn.
Oh, farn. Okay, right.
Pleased to meet you. And Peach executes a courtly bow in the water.
That looks funny in the water.
I imagine it does. It feels funny in the water.
You know, I'm not even sure I knew bird people existed.
They're not common here, so I completely understand that.
Okay, so this ship, and he'll like kind of like point kind of like a digit that's like at the end of one of his wings towards a ship that is kind of like broken in half, but one part of it kind of like sits on the seafloor, and the other half is just like slightly tilted.
Hey.
And you can see emblazoned on the side of the ship, it says the Green Maiden. It says, that ship reeks of gold, must have lots of shinies.
Well, let's go help our new friend.
As I said, I can't seem to get in through any of the holes, but also there seems to be some kind of magic on the ship that makes it so that I can't like break into it. Like just smash it.
Oh, that's strange. I wonder if that will keep us from getting inside. There is only one way to find out.
Oh, so if you help me retrieve shinies, maybe we should come to some kind of agreement about how we split the results?
Peach ponders this and says, how do you normally split shinies?
Per person? Per being?
Peach looks at the others.
So would we like to go ahead and do a 25 split across the board? Is that what I'm getting here? And don't worry, I will give half of what I have to Sir Basil as well. So you guys can have your portions.
Basil? What's a basil?
Oh,
Well,
Basil
it's a
is the
vegetable herb, but you know, it's also a person that's up above us.
Oh, up above you? And then all of a sudden,
he's on a boat.
And then all of a sudden he'll like swirl and then tuck in his wings tight, go shooting up through the water, and he like pops out of the water, and then
full Free
just
Willy
like
stance,
whoosh, and goes whoosh.
Basil standing
whoosh,
up full Free Willy style,
and like flaps his wings like after he breaks through the water up above, and like he looks down and then like sees like Basil on the boat, and then like Basil, how do you react? Just hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi. Are you a Basil?
Oh yeah, I'm Basil. Who are you?
I'm you can call me Zelly.
Oh hey Zelly, what's up?
Your friends are underwater.
Yeah, they said I have to watch the boat, so here I am. You want a sandwich?
Okay, you're coming too. And he's like swoops down and he like like puts a claw in like under like the hood or like the neckline of your clothes, and then like lifts you up as he flies back up, and then like tucks his wings back in, and then goes whoosh, dives back down underwater.
full classical music slow-mo montage of 1,000 glass vials just shooting off of Basil in every way as he hits the water hard, as the jellyfish dome of the breathe water spell kind of enacts. And he's like, no, as all the glass vials are just kind of rocketing off him, full of just like bugs and dirt and mold and grass.
Tragic.
Hey guys, I'm here now.
Hey,
Hi.
welcome to the party.
So you
Yep.
can see like all of a sudden like Zelipharn comes shooting back down into the water with like dragging Basil along with him.
How's it
And I
going?
see the rope getting closer and closer. Like, well, start untying the knot. Guess I don't really need this anymore.
Oh, Basil had tied it to the boat a very long time ago.
Oh, okay. Then I guess I do need it. Never mind. We're good.
Why did you leave a friend behind? I brought your friend.
Well, we didn't want the boat to be sailing off while we were down here.
Oh.
But I see the boat is. I see that there is no rope attached to Basil.
Oh,
Basil, did you tie it to the boat?
Yeah, I was trying to make a sandwich, and so I had to get a bunch of stuff out of my pack. But when I turned around, I was getting all like itchy, so I untied it and I tied it to the boat. But it worked out.
Ah, all our problems are solved.
All right. Well, hopefully you got to enjoy some part of that sandwich before you fell in.
Yeah. Haunted stare.
There's a split-second black and white montage of the slow motion of all the vials coming off of Basil's
yeah,
body. And
Well,
like
right now
there's
it's starting to rain like bugs and dirt
yeah,
above
and
us.
as it's raining bugs and dirt, sad piano chords start playing, and then someone's voice filter in with "All around me are familiar faces."
So like any of like the vials that like didn't break upon impact with the water, and like the ones that are just kind of like floating down into the water, and it is the dragon Zelipharn, like he sees them and he's like, oh no, you lost some of your shinies, and he goes zipping around and like he starts collecting up all the vials and brings them back to Basil.
Thanks. Okay, well this one's gonna go here. This one's gonna go there. This one's gonna go here. It's just that. It's just gonna be that for like until you guys tell him to stop.
Yay! So now it's me and 4 friends. So
Yes.
we split 5 ways.
That sounds good. If we can carry it. If we can't carry it, then
What?
of course you can have what we can't carry.
What are we splitting, gang? Why am I here?
Shinies.
Apparently we're going to go and get some gold and various other treasures within these shipwrecks.
Oh, so we're doing like an equal 20 split. Do we also get a priority on a singular thing that we each want?
Well, let's
don't
see
think
if
we've
we
discussed
find
that.
something.
Well,
Well, I happen to have a bunch of contracts with me.
He pulls out the paper and it dissolves in the water.
Yeah, no, that's exact. It's like super old paper. And he pulls it out. It just crumples. Ah, dang it.
if you find anything that is not gold or other coins or like metallic stuff, if you find like I don't know, what other kind of shinies are there? Like magic artifacts, weapons, art pieces, that kind of stuff.
I was thinking like mold, but yeah, no, those things are cool too.
I only want like the gold and silver and that kind of stuff. So you can have all the other stuff, but I want like worth-wise, I want to have an equal share.
Oh, okay.
All right. I
Um,
believe that's
so-
fair.
Sir Basil, how exactly does your bag of holding work?
If we open it upside down, I already tested this once. If we open it upside down, the water won't go up into it. Kind of like how pressure pushes down. We open it upside down. You can stick a hand in and just throw it into the void.
Interesting,
Ah.
because actually I was going to bring that up. I was going to be like, hey, Hoodie, so how does opening a bag of holding underwater work?
Yeah, Could I use it like a Luigi's vacuum? Yeah, I could use it like a Luigi's vacuum and just get all of the things into the bag of holding. Sure, but that would be awful.
You would have a lot of water.
Yeah.
There'll be a
Yeah.
lot of water amidst all your other stuff. And
Mhm.
thanks, Crit Twitch, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, Crit Twitch, with the resub to Arvin Elleron for 52 total months. Hooray,
Crazy.
hooray.
Thank you.
All right, but first we need to see if we are magically repelled from this shipwreck because
Dispel
our friend
magic.
Zelly. Yeah.
I spell magic on the ship.
Okay, so we get closer.
Okay.
What do our magically inclined fellows detect?
Yes. So there is a degree of magic protection on the hull of the ship. That was not enough to save it from being shipwrecked, but is enough to prevent like small amounts of like directed damage.
Okay.
So like it enough so that like Zelifarn wouldn't be able to like rip a window out bigger or like smash his way in through a doorway. But like when the ship got caught in a storm and got battered across rocks and plunged down to the bottom of the harbor, that it did break.
Oh, so we're totally fine. We're not going to get repelled. It's just a dragon can't rip a hole into it and get in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
So I guess we can easily swim in through a break in the hull, or
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay,
you
let's
can.
do it.
Okay. So,
New map?
yeah. So I don't have a map for this,
Oh, okay.
unfortunately.
Didn't know
This
if we
is-
were still in the Mine Palace.
Imagination.
All right. So, the way this is supposed to work is you can enter into the shipwreck, and anyone who's making active searches for gold and/or magical artifacts or such, please make perception or investigation checks.
Oh, beautiful. Can I guidance myself?
Yep.
Awesome.
Perception. That is an 18 for Peach.
24.
20.
5.
25 for
18,
Basil.
24,
That
23. Oh,
was
25
the
for Basil.
inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 20 for Tam. All right. So, since Basil has a bag of holding and completely bypasses the entire rest of this, actually, so you won't have to make any checks in order to carry treasure out. But there are some tighter spaces within the shipwreck where you can see that there is more treasure hiding. So you need someone who maybe is smaller or slighter can make an acrobatics check in order to get into the tighter space.
Also, the stipulation for me casting my Echo Forward is a place that I can see.
Okay.
So even if I can't crawl through, I can send my Echo Forward for me.
Okay. And
Load
then like
acrobatics. Yeah, that's not going to fly for Basil.
you would be
Basil's
able to
not-
like swap places with the Echo,
Yeah.
pick up stuff, and then like swap back or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basil gets stuck in the hole.
Mhm.
And
So-
he's just
so
kind of like,
ba-
well, all right, hold on. No,
So-
I'm stuck, guys.
So Basil will get stuck, and like Peach will come along and be like, "Here, let me help," and like does the swap.
Yeah.
All right. And then finally, there will also be a large locked wardrobe type of cabinet, which seems to have stuff rattling around inside of it if you can like push it side to side. Someone want to try and unlock it to see if there's anything worthwhile in there?
Hello, it's me.
It's your boy,
It's
the
your
peachy
boy.
candle heart.
guidance, and help.
Okay.
Okay, guidance and help. All right, so advantage. That's a 13 on the first one. Oof, a 7 on the next one, and then guidance is a D4, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we will take the 13 and add a 4 to it, which makes it a 17.
Okay.
This is why we do guidance.
Hey.
All right. So you will indeed find more stuff inside there.
Mhm.
Just as everyone is about to leave, you notice that there seems to be a concealed hatch door in the floor of the ship. Does
Because we're
anyone
just going to town with all these investigation and perception.
does anyone
checks.
want to try and open it? This will be an athletics check.
I'm the strong one.
Yep.
Hey, so just for fun, I gotta see it. Basil saw the door first and just went to go and open it with a -1 into athletics. Oh yeah, oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
god, he got a nat
19.
20
Nat 20.
Wait, what?
with
Hold on,
Herculean strength.
Wait, hold on. No, it wasn't -1 on my screen. What?
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 No, it. Okay, hold on. Has anyone seen this? In D20, it even showed -1 and then it flipped to a nat 20. What just happened? I was like, oh,
Yeah.
perfect. I got a nat 1.
We take the roll that shows up in the device, so
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
dang.
I think what we'll say this as is like Basil smelled in the water like a rare kind of mold underneath the door, and he just went to town on this hatch. He needed it.
He
Well,
got some primordial strength and just
It's that-
ran.
Peach remembers the iron grip that Basil had on the drow poison.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
this
yeah.
one moment, you just see that same grasp come out and just pry wood apart.
Well, so the fun thing is that being able to get into the hatch reveals a cache of potions and poisons.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
see? So he does smell it. He does smell it. One of
That's
the
perfect,
poisons was
then.
leaking, so yeah.
It was meant
now-
to be.
It was meant to be.
It's the same slow motion classical slow motion montage, except this time the black and white fades to full color as Basil starts just rolling around in the potions, kissing them and just putting them on bandoliers and various straps.
All right. So,
Alright, time to get whoever our account needs to hold on
Okay,
to.
all right, here we go.
So Hoodie, are you writing all of this down? Should I also take notes?
Yeah, I mean, backup notes are always good, but I will be writing this down for sure.
Okay.
so in total, you will find
Ready.
85 gold pieces,
Mm-hmm.
100 silver pieces,
Yep.
7 azurite gems, which are worth 10 gold each,
Mm-hmm.
6 10-pound silver bars, each worth 50 gold,
Silver bars, 50 gold each.
an ivory statuette of a monkey,
Ew.
worth 250 gold,
Oh shit.
Less ew.
Less ew, but still ew.
an ebony statuette of a raven,
Oh, much better.
worth
Oh, I think I know what these are, too. Son of a gun, Shadow. Because I've used this in my campaign.
no, they're not.
Okay, I was like,
They're
wait
just-
a minute.
They're just regular art pieces. They're not
Okay.
the ones as figurines. But yes, an ebony statuette of a raven worth 200 gold. A ceramic figure of a pig
Ew. Okay.
worth 100 gold. And in fact, you hear rattling inside it.
Oh.
I was gonna say, who's paying for that?
It's a piggy bank.
Fair.
That's funny.
Yeah. It will have 150 copper pieces inside of it.
Mm-hmm. So the
Um,
pig itself is worth 100 GP, but it has 150 copper in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
A wand of magic detection,
Okay.
and then the cache of potions and poisons.
Mm-hmm.
There are 6 potions of healing, 2 potions of greater healing, 2 elixirs of health,
Uh-huh.
5 basic poisons, there is 2 vials of serpent venom,
Mhm.
and 1 vial of assassin's blood.
Oh.
What?
Oh. Oh. Shit.
What the hell? What kind of boat was this? Damn.
It's a type of poison. It's just
Yeah,
called
okay.
assassin's blood.
Okay, I was like, who the hell keeps an assassin's blood? That sounds like some phylactery nonsense.
It's for when you really want to kill someone.
And 1 kind of magical potion which will need to be identified.
I
Oh,
cast Identify on it.
All right.
Instantaneously.
it
Um,
takes 10 minutes. Unless you...
No ritual. I'll just cast it. Listen,
Okay.
it's a potion.
He's not even saving the
that's
spell slot.
I
He's
look
just
at it and
going.
I'm like, I don't know what this is. And in Basil's brain, something snaps. And it's like, I must know.
it is a very rare potion. It is a potion of youthfulness.
Looks at Tam immediately.
Yeah, I tell everyone we all gotta look at Tam.
So
What
the
is
effects
that?
of that is that it will take 1d4 times 5 years off of a person's lived lifespan back to a minimum of 20 years old. Like
For how
the
for how
most,
long?
the most permanent.
It's permanent. Yeah.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
No, we could just young you up right now.
Yeah.
You can drink this and potentially get like 20 years younger right
Yeah.
now.
Right.
That is the most valuable item out of this entire treasure cast.
This is like what 5,000 GP, right?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's 5,000
Holy
gold.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
I almost feel like, hey, he won't even be interested. The dragon won't even care. Oh my God.
I mean,
I don't mind giving all the gold to the dragon. I'll be upfront.
Yeah, if we got something that ridiculous, I'm
We can
kind
take
of like.
we can take the gem, the bars, the monkey, and the statue, and leave
although
the piggy
the
bank.
bars are also shiny looking.
That's true. We
Right.
could give the bars
And
away as well.
The
We can give
gems
the bars.
the gems are also shiny looking. So I'm guessing anything that's like coins or metal.
Yes.
Well,
We
how much
will-
were those 2 figurines or statues?
That's 450 gold just immediately, right? Like,
Okay, I
just
mean,
the two
I
statues.
think that is more than fair. We get the potions, that, and the dragon gets the rest.
The amount of money we got on just the potions /
Oh, yeah, it's
poisons
insane.
is like 700 GP of just value.
Mm-hmm.
That's not including the youthfulness.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like if we gave the dragon all the gold, all the silver, the gems, and the bars, that's
I'm cool with that.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that's very good because that's all the things they want is the shinies.
yeah.
And if we keep the piggy bank, that still gives us a wand of magic detection,
Yeah.
which is still very good. And then 550 GP and 150 copper pieces.
Well, we should probably still converse with the dragon, but I think that is a good plan to go with.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm fine with
This
that.
is what we're presenting to the dragon, basically.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Zelifarn is like waiting for you outside the ship, and he says, "Oh, seems like you pretty much raided the entire ship and caught up pretty much all of it."
Yes,
Yeah.
it was very, very surprisingly lucrative.
I don't smell much gold or anything left inside the ship. You must have all got it on you.
Oh yeah, I can start pulling it out if you want that right now. Or do you want to? Is there like another location we can go to put this in like a better spot, or do you just want it like right here?
Should we go up to your boat?
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, we're probably running low on our time down here, unfortunately.
Yeah, you have like about like just 5 minutes or less left on your potion of water
Okay.
breathing.
So we go up.
yes.
All right, so you can go back up to the boat, and Zelifarn will pop his head out of the water. But
There's a moment of hilarity because now that we are out of the water, Cruz and Peach look very different than before.
Yep. Our feathers are all sorts of frazzled.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like, whoa, what?
Yeah, so you
What-
see that Peach actually has a very angular heart-shaped face, and now that his feathers are all plastered to his body, he's actually really ripped underneath all the fluff.
Whereas my feathers, the actual like wings and stuff, are supposed to almost look like golden eyes. Just kind of look like drip mascara to an extent when it's just all messed up now.
And like Zelifarn's eyes will go wide and be like, "Oh, bird people friends, Peach and Cruz, you look very different out of the water."
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
it's not very good for us.
Yes, I suppose feathers and water do not mix very well sometimes.
Not if you are birds the way we are.
Yes.
Ducks are fine.
Hmm.
I'm sure there must be duck Aarakocra that do not look like this when they are
Oh,
wet.
certainly.
Much. Anyway, not like me and my scales.
Oh no.
I feel like I
so-
should
And then
make some
he
sort
could
of
kinda, like-
scaly joke, but I'm not gonna do it.
He kind of like preens himself, like wiping water off like the side of his face.
I guess
So-
we start.
Friends, what did you find? Let's see the shinies.
Yeah, I'll clamber arduously back into the boat and start. Just throw the rest of my sandwich overboard. Goodbye, sandwich. You were great. And just start laying stuff out, basically, of all the stuff we got.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll put it. Basil will just take everything out and be very transparent about it being everything,
Okay.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
and then we'll present our current offer.
And so then, like, when you bring up the potion of youthfulness, Zelifarn will kind of like get a weird look on his like face, kind of like contorts it into a bit of like a snarl, be like, like what? Why would? But perhaps you younger lived mortal beings would like such a thing, but for a dragon such as I would much rather have the inverse.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you took this, I mean,
I
You
have
should pop it out.
I have absolutely no use for such a thing at all. I would much rather be much older than much younger.
Oh.
You can knock the worth of that completely off.
oh for sure. I just put it back in my bag. All right, well, getting rid of that.
Well-
I mean, we all talked, and the gold and the gems and the bars. We don't really have anything we want out of that.
Oh, you're saying I can have all of those shinies?
Yeah, we just wanted the statues and this little this cute little pig. It's like a disgusting, hideous ceramic pig face. This cute little pig and this magic wand. And
And-
the potions.
And Zelifarn will kind of like come in close and look at the pig and like squint his eyes.
There's some copper pieces in here if you wanted those too.
You are right. This thing is not pretty.
No, it's like pretty gross. Someone made this, and then continued making it and painted it, and then fired it, and then glazed it, and now we're here.
This is acceptable. Much,
We just
much
figured you
acceptable.
prefer the shinies
Oh.
over everything else here.
These shinies are a very good start to my horde.
Yes. And since we're talking here, just obviously you are a dragon and you're a very respectable one at that. The short time we spent with you, I've appreciated all you've done. But I think
All
it'd
I've
be
done,
best to
you've done more for me than I have done for you.
Well, we wouldn't have even known about this without you. And this is quite the boon that has been given to us.
You are about to ask for a favor.
No, not really a favor, just more of we wouldn't want you to go ahead and harm anyone here. I know you're not planning on living here indefinitely, but we don't want anyone to be harmed in the city that happens to be going through the port. So as long as you are willing to not hurt them, I obviously if they're hurting you, I would expect them to be repaid in kind, but
Yes, I am not going to go looking for trouble. I do not wish to engage in fighting, unless absolutely necessary.
then that's all I could ever ask of you, honestly, and I appreciate that you were so easy to talk to about this.
We happen to know somebody who has a lot of authority in Waterdeep. We will speak to them and see, hopefully, we can get you to stay here officially, or rather, have your presence recognized here officially. This way, everyone knows to leave you alone and to not harm you.
Yes.
Yes, are you planning on staying here in the harbor, or do you have someplace else that you reside?
I was planning on staying here for a time, not planning on making it my permanent home. I don't necessarily have the greatest location for a lair here, but I was expecting to at least be here for, yes, a time. Not sure exactly how to reckon that in mortal time spans, but yes, a time.
Well, neat. I mean, I really enjoyed it. It's super fun to talk about ships. If you're ever doing this again, I mean, let us know. Or we're right in town, so you can just, I guess, pop right over. I don't know what you do. Or you could send us a message. This was great. I had a great time.
I don't happen to have anything to give him to possibly message us.
Oh, I have this flyer.
Oh.
I pull out just one of our flyers of where we are.
Visit you in town?
I mean, we could come out here,
And,
or you could send a message, or like throw
and
a
then
thing.
like Zelfarn will kind of get like a curious look on his face, and then all of a sudden there's a glow of magic that like kind of encompasses his whole form, and then like it swirls around, and then all of a sudden standing in the boat in front of you is what appears to be a human male with long blonde hair. Looks to be about late teens maybe, and he says, yes, I may come visit you in town, and if so, I will look like this.
Oh, yes,
Alright.
please look only like that. I think people will panic if they see a dragon in town. That's what all my storybooks say.
And then all of a sudden, like, his shape starts to, like, contort and stretch, and then there's magical glow again, and he turns back up into, like, the young bronze dragon, and, like, settles back down into the water at the edge of the boat.
Oh, also before I forget, if you ever have like loose teeth or scales, I'm not gonna ask for them just like straight up, but like I could exchange more shiny bits for those things because those are huge for us.
Well, if I undergo any molting of aging in the near future in mortal time spans, I will be sure to let you know.
I mean, heck, I'll probably be living in the city forever, so just give me a heads up. I got to like 300 anyways, so I'll be here.
Well, this has been a most excellent day, new friends. Peach, Cruz, Tam, and Basil. I wish to go back and be with my shinies.
Yes,
Yes, and-
should we put them in your mouth to help you carry them?
Oh, no need. And he just like scoops them all up in a wing.
Well, I mean, this was great for us and great for you. Have a great day.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
nice
Bye
to meet you.
bye. Whoosh. And dives back down under the water.
Well, that was incredibly lucrative, I would say.
Guys, I'm so
Yes.
glad we did this.
Yes, it was quite
That was
wonderful.
just one ship. I'm almost considering diving back down.
Well, that's why I asked for him to give us a heads up if this was going to happen again.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps that potion you should give it directly to friend Tam.
Yeah, so I was going to ask about that because I don't really understand a lot of social norms when it comes to people and lived experiences. So my question is, do you want to be young again?
No.
I kind of figured it was going to be something along those lines. How would I just give you this and you can put it on a desk and collect dust somewhere, and then that could just be we could just sit with that.
That sounds acceptable.
Great. It's totally your decision. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. And we're not going to judge you on it either way. But I can't get anything out of this. Peach, can you get anything out of this?
Well, I think my father would like it very much if I make it past 20 for me to be back to being 20. Because you see, we live to about 30.
Oh. Yeah, by then, I mean, who knows? I look at Tam and you see Basil do some math of how long 20 years is for Tam right now. Goes, who knows? It could still be there. I just hand the potion to Tam.
But we shall keep it just in case. And we shall not tell anybody about it so that they do not steal it from you.
Yes, no, I won't be
Sorry
telling
about that.
anybody about this.
Oh, yeah,
In fact, I will not even tell my father about it. That is how
Oh.
big a secret it will be.
That is a big step for you, Sir Peach.
Oh, I have kept secrets from my father before.
Oh, have
Like
you?
Yes. One time, I took 2 treats out of the treat box. I did not tell him about it. And I will never.
You scandalous scamp.
Yes!
I have something to hide the potion to. I have they're little potion warmers that you can just put over the top of the potion. I crocheted them. It was something I did a lot as an intern, where it's just a little potion bottle things, so no one will even know what's inside of it. And you can just sit on your desk like a little paperweight.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Right.
And Peach starts rowing us all back.
I'm sorry, guys. I lost one of the oars, so yeah. I can't
Peach
really.
stands in the boat and starts rowing it like a gondolier, I guess.
It's really one of those things. To the moment you guys left, Basil's like, "This can't be that hard," and just went, "Whoop!" Dang.
So sorry, I had to step away for a second there. Everything good here? What happened exactly?
We discussed, Tam said he did not want to be young again. Peach said his father would want to be young again if he made it to 20 as an Aarakocra. We decided that Tam would keep the potion inside a potion onesie that Basil had made already as a disguise for the potion. And the existence of the potion would be so secret that Peach would not tell his father about it.
All right then.
Mhm.
People would definitely kill for that potion.
Yeah.
Exactly. Mhm.
Oh, 100%.
Keep it around.
So we get back to shore, get back to the Blackstaff. I imagine we
Mhm.
look like very salt crusted when we show up.
A little frigid on the feathers there, you know. Some of them fall off. I hand them over to Basil because I'm certain he's going to grab them anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this would just be good for if I'm making a specified potion for you. So yeah, I'm gonna hold on to these. Just putting them away in the cloak.
So
Yeah.
when you arrive back to Vajra, she'll say something to the extent of, yes, my newest recruits. How did you fare on your missions? Did you learn anything from Hlam? Is the dragon going to be any kind of threat?
Well, the dragon is not any kind of threat. The dragon was actually quite delightful. He said that he didn't plan on staying forever. He did say that he was going to stay for a little while, but when it comes to dragons, that could be several decades. He wasn't really clear on that. But he seemed nice enough. Posed no threat, really. And nothing to worry about, really, there, I think. The monk gave us some sort of riddle or something. He basically told us something in code. I think Basil wrote it down.
Oh yeah, I did. But once again, predetermined fate. is a lie and completely erodes the idea of free will, and I'm morally against it. But I will recite it for you. I rustle out the notebook, clear my throat. Evil's twin hides its face. For now, expect that to change before winter's end. That was it. We walked up a mountain for a day to get him to speak a sentence to us, which was very cryptic, because I don't know a twin. And it's almost winter's end already. So, yeah.
Yes. Good. Thank you for learning that. And it seems as if Vajra perhaps maybe... Does anyone want to make an insight check?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Insight,
One-
insight, insight.
1,000,000,000% yes.
That's a 14 from Peach.
17
Okay.
from Basil.
Okay. You're both able to tell that this probably means something to Vajra, and that that it's clued her into something, but she's not being revealing as to what that means.
Immediately noticing this, Basil will be like, "Oh, you know, like what does the twin thing mean?" I was scratching my head the whole walk here about thinking about like evil's twin. So like, what's that all up? I mean, what's that about?
You are an inquisitive one, Basil Globberpot.
Yeah, well, I mean, it helps be inquisitive when we are trying to do jobs for you. I just figured if we knew more,
I have
we could help.
I have my suspicions, and
Oh.
if it comes to pass that you may engage with said evil's twin, then I will inform you. But for now, I only have my suspicions.
Oh, neat. Hints?
All right. I shall call on you again when I have a new mission for you.
And we already explained the whole dragon thing, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
I super want to detect thoughts on her, but she's like a level 20
Yeah.
wizard.
Yeah.
So
That would be
really
a bad
probably
idea.
that would be bad.
The moment
You'd
your
probably
fingers
get mind
twitch
melted in the process.
Yeah.
to do any
It's like-
somatic components, you're dead.
It's like suddenly Tam sees 5 skulls manifest above Vajra's head.
right.
All right, well, I guess have a good day. Sorry, what is it? Fine, keep your secrets.
Yeah.
Very different tonal shift there, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that takes you to probably early afternoon.
Hmm.
Now
Oh,
on day
Did
5.
she say we were going to get paid for that?
She did say that you would be compensated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So each of you will receive 25 gold.
Hey,
Okay.
I'll take it. Oh,
Okay.
And you've
speaking of gold,
all also have earned 2 renown in the Grey Hands faction.
Ooh.
Hey.
so we have a bunch of stuff to sell to a fence because we also picked up the amethyst worth 50 gold and the wand of magic missile, but we gave the wand of magic missile to Tam. But we have the amethyst and some other stuff.
Yeah, we
The
have
figurines.
the figurines, so that comes out to 450 for the figurines. Then we have the piggy, which brings it to 550. Then we have the 150 copper pieces inside, which is just stuff on the side. The amethyst, how much did Shadowed say that was again?
50 gold for the amethyst.
Okay, so that comes out to 600 altogether.
Then we got 10 gold off of Thug 1 and 10 gold off of Thug 2.
Okay, so 620.
And then we found 100 gold pieces inside of the small locked box with the drow poison in it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
720.
And then, of course, 2 scimitars, 3 crossbows.
But for just the objects that we can pass to my father to sell on, that would be 720. I imagine the weapons we can sell to the people in Troll Skull Alley.
Yeah, I can handle that.
Yeah. So 720 4 ways is 180 gold pieces each.
5 ways. Is it? Or no,
Oh,
it is 4 ways. I'm stupid.
yeah,
It's four-
because
we're back
they're
to 4.
yeah, because everything else was for the dragon.
Yep.
And then we have the 150 copper 4 ways, which comes out to 37.5. So everybody add that to your sheet.
Fantastic. Quite the windfall, considering while we.
Sorry, so it was 187 per person for the 750?
For the 750, it was 180 per person.
180.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And then we have 37 copper pieces each. 37.5, but we'll round down.
And then, of course, we each got the 25 gold pieces on top of that. So don't
Yep.
forget to add that as well.
Yep.
So 205. I'm starting at 0, so this is great for me. It also allows us to essentially float what we've already sunk into the bar for a while.
Yep.
We can start thinking about renovating the upstairs, guys.
We sure can.
Hey, sexy singles in your area.
Yeah.
Sexy lodgings, wahoo!
We should probably do that sooner rather than later because of the inspection, though, so that's probably a good idea.
Okay, so Shadowed says that took us to the early afternoon.
Yep.
Scrubbing the seawater out of ourselves will probably take until mid-afternoon.
Yep.
And then after that, I guess we could raid around and then try to ambush the creepy eyeballs outside my dad's place.
Oh, I have something that might help if you guys are being like super stealthy about it. And I pull out a large, ornate, like carved horn, like a ram's horn. I made this. It's the horn of silent alarm. Because we're all party members. If one of us blows it, the other people will hear it, but it doesn't make noise to anyone else. So here you go. Just kind of put it on the table.
Peach looks at it and says, "Very fascinating. Does it work for people who don't have lips?"
You know, dang it, I didn't. I could probably put like a. I don't know.
Peach puts his hand on Basil's shoulder and says, "Do not worry. We will give it to Tam, who is going to be invisible anyway."
I could make fake lips for you guys?
No.
Oh, yeah, no is probably the right answer there.
Out of context D&D.
My alchemy jug becomes inert. 10 gallons of mayonnaise spill into the floor as the alchemy jug falls over.
That's a lot of mayonnaise.
It's a lot of mayonnaise, and you get that every day.
Well, you're going to be the most popular man in Stardew Valley with all that mayonnaise.
That's true. That's true. If I were in another genre, I would be swimming in friends.
Okay, so are we waiting around until night to hopefully scare a bad guy? Do a reverse mugging, maybe?
I mean, we'd probably discuss with the city planning about getting. I don't know if we confirmed it, but like getting the second floor done.
The
Wait,
second
so-
what? Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
second
yeah.
floor of the estate.
Oh yeah.
Well, we can just call up call up. We can just talk to the contractors again that came the first time,
Yeah.
because we only have how much more to put into this?
I have the notes somewhere.
350. It was 1,000 in total, and then I minused 350 to get the 650 figure, plus the 80, plus the 120 to renovate the bottom.
So
So how
If
much
you
do
min-
we need then?
if you minus the 350 for the
Because I think the 350 was for the upstairs and complete.
Yeah, I think so, because the 80 and the 20 were for discounts that we got through our connections, correct?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Because I remember my father had to roll for something, and then Basil and Tam rolled for something.
Yeah, I have a flurry of notes here.
So the 350 was for the upstairs then.
Shadow, if you have contradicting information, please let me know.
No, because I'm just like referring to my stuff here because I have costs for renovating the tavern and getting it up and running and the regular expenses. I'm trying to see if I have anything on
Oh yeah, because 1,000
renovating.
could have just been for the tavern. I don't remember how much the total renovation for all of it was.
Yeah. I think the 1,000 was for the tavern part itself.
Okay.
I remember whatever the initial base to renovate the entirety of Trollskull Manor was so astronomical, I think I just blacked out.
Okay, so how much cost have you already put in?
We have already. We've already paid off 550 to get it off the ground and 610 to open. So that's the base cost of everything that we've put in so far. And then we paid another 60 to hire. We did 200 gold for all the licenses as well.
Yeah. Right, and because that's with all the discounts. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So you've done everything for the tavern part itself. Okay. So the rest of the estate would be probably I thought I had this somewhere.
It's just like a life sim in the middle of D&D.
Okay, so I found a site that seems to have all of the costs. Required
That's convenient.
renovations and services, one-time expenses,
Yeah.
250 GP upfront for 1 day.
Yeah.
That enables all the necessary repairs and improvements, and that to make sure we're not in violation of the law. So that was the minus 250, which we paid
Yes.
already.
Yep.
Yes.
Then there's the gutting, the cleaning, the structural and cosmetic repairs. That's 1,000 gold pieces over 12 days.
Which is done.
Yeah,
Which
we
is
paid
done.
that.
I shortened the time period.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Then there's the regular ongoing expenses, which is
We paid in full up
Yeah,
to
that's
3
the
weeks out.
Yeah.
60 gold.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah, none of this.
It is about like the rest of the estate. It's all
Yeah,
just about. And
yeah,
I
okay.
feel like I said something about it at some point.
Yeah,
I must not have
I
written it. I must not have written it down.
I'm just trying
Okay.
to sit here and think about it because with all the stuff we've done, I don't know if prior to this we had over 1,250 gold split between the five.
Well, we got
or four of us.
markdowns
Yeah.
because we only
Yeah.
paid 550
Yeah.
by the end of it to start the renovations.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did a thing and we got more money.
Yeah, and then we put that in. So do you want me to go through all the staff costs, which would be ongoing, or would you like me to just go to like
The
because
staff
there's
costs should be 60 per week from everything that I have here.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Staff in
so
operation is 60 per week.
That's what I have as well. And you said you paid for 3 10 days.
Yeah, we have up to 3 den days accounted for in our generalized coffer.
So we don't want, not talking about insurance, not talking about informants.
It
blah,
does
blah,
feel
blah.
like I am doing real house chores.
I know.
Okay.
We've breached
I-
the membrane
I
into reality.
I feel like I have this sensation, this feeling that I said that the cost for the renovations for the second and third floors was going to be 1,200 gold. But
Yeah, a lot of these costs seems to make like having staff a prerequisite. So as long as we have staff as a prerequisite, then I can start going through like individual parts of the manor, and then we can like list it and go through it. So like a vault, if we get a basic vault, that's 400 GP. A moderate vault, that's 900 GP. If a complex vault, then 1800 GP.
We're still trying to build the walls in the house before we can
Yeah.
put things
Yeah,
inside.
that's the thing. So,
Yeah.
what was
and
the
then,
cost for just the first floor?
That it started at 1,000. We worked it down to somewhere in the 600 range, which then got like I think a bit more shaved off the top because we paid around 600,
Okay.
all things considered, to get that done.
Okay.
So
you
wouldn't
would,
the second floor be similar in cost then?
well, that's just it. If it's 1,200 for both of them together, we can just do the second floor now.
mhm.
We can throw in for that and have that be under construction. All live in the attic in Cruce's room.
Yep, nah, we don't need that changed up at all.
okay, so if we want to convert something like either the north or south side of the roof at the attic level into a garden, that's 300 gold. If we have a shrine, that's 1,000, so that's 1,300. If we want to fix the library, that's 1,000, so 2,300.
I don't think anyone wants that, right?
I will put all
1,000
my
for
money
the
towards the library.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
1,000 towards the library? What the hell?
Yeah, that seems expensive.
The library is for a minimum 4 5-foot width bookshelves are entirely filled with tomes of esoteric knowledge, or one room is converted into a library.
Oh, so
blah,
it's like
blah.
coming pre-booked.
Yeah, it's coming pre-booked.
That's what
So
you're paying for.
Yeah, 1,000 is to fix the library and to fill it with books of esoteric knowledge, whatever that means, coming from someone who's not playing a wizard.
Magic books full of magic.
Yeah, so that's 2,300 so far. If we have a laboratory,
Okay, listen. If you start making me a wish list as well, I will hardcore just gun for a laboratory.
yeah, if there's a laboratory, then that's 300 GP plus 25 GP per 10 day.
Dang it.
Oh, Basil, I will buy you your laboratory outright if you buy me my library.
So
You know-
that comes out to 2,600 for a
Okay.
for a garden, a shrine, a library, and a laboratory. Let's see. That's tavern stuff. That's all tavern stuff.
See, I was going to be content with just saying that, like, renovations in general for floors
Okay.
2 and 3 were going to be 1,200, and then
Yeah.
any further furnishings or enhancements would be determined beyond that.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
just once again
We'll
looking
just
to
say
build, like,
1,200 then.
Yeah.
the floors and the walls. The laboratory, I want a shrine, I want a laboratory, I want a garden. We need floors and walls. Do you guys want to go in for the 600 to fix up floor 2, and then say we now have 600 left for the remainder of Trollskull Manor, floors and walls?
It would be more like 800 and 400.
Oh, sure.
I think that's more than fair, considering that the third floor really isn't that much.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
yeah, I mean,
so
that would mean
be
each of us chip in 200.
yeah.
I mean, Basil will do it. Back down to 5 gold. Had it all, and then he lost it.
All right, so we'll say each of us have done 200 gold for getting the second floor finished.
Yeah.
Or at least furnished enough. And then I'm gonna also go ahead and give Basil 35 gold.
Oh, Basil will refuse you flat out. I don't need all this.
You've done a lot of stuff in the background, and I haven't put my share in everything as best as you all have. So I feel like this is fair because you've giving every single dime you've had.
Well, that's because I'll completely fail and be. Listen, I was already pretty bad off where I was before, and the thought of failing so drastically and falling so far scared me beyond the realm of gods and mortal men. So yeah, no, I put it all in to make sure it didn't fail. Sweat.
Take this for basic expenses and such. I would feel guilty if you didn't have this on you.
I need meat again? I'll live large.
Yes. Just please go ahead and take it.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So we
You're
have the
welcome.
3rd floor and like the tower left, right?
That can be combined, yeah.
Okay, the
Yeah.
3rd floor is the tower. All right. Dun, dun.
Right, perfect.
Right now.
Yeah.
I mean, if
So-
we're really desperate for money, we've got something that's worth quite a bit.
Yeah.
True.
Oh. We have a breaking case of emergency.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, those renovations will be done over the next 5 days.
Mhm. Nice. My father will be so pleased to know that his son is not living in a dump anymore.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, you keep going back home every night.
Yes, that's why he won't let me live in a dump.
You know, fair.
Okay. Any other business to attend to? So that will all get set up like this late afternoon of this day.
Yeah.
To then start the next day and continue on for 5 days.
Mhm.
Was there any other? Oh, so the nighttime business. Were you
Yes.
going to go
Yeah.
and try and see if you can capture the skulker?
Mhm,
Yes.
Okay.
Tam's going to be young and invisible.
Are those both concentration spells?
No, Tam's just gonna be invisible.
Okay.
Because I didn't take disguise self today.
Sensible, honestly.
Yeah.
And you have the Horn of Alarm, I believe. Because you're the only one with lips.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, I've given it to you. Basil can't be anywhere near a stealthy situation.
Cool.
So-
I'm sitting on a
So
on a
this
park
is
bench in like full view of everything, just eating a sandwich.
oh, so Basil's gonna be there but not doing anything.
I'm just a regular old pedestrian enjoying my night out in this lovely city air.
Well, his father lives in the trades ward, so there's probably a random shop that you could be like standing outside and peering into with genuine interest. So
Yeah.
yeah, probably someplace that makes really nice glassware or something. Because it's like he's an artisan, so probably there's some kind of fellow craftsman next door.
Basil's
Okay.
pulling out his glass blowing kit from his bag and running inside happily.
Okay, so
Gotta show off that ceramic pig. I mean, what?
yeah, so roll perception, I guess, to see the guy.
Yep. Roll perception.
Oh, come on!
12.
All right. So for the first hour of waiting around to see if you see anything, you do not see anything.
Okay. I think should I go inside and just like continue helping my dad at the counter and then just keep an eye out the window? Cuz it'd be weird if I was just waiting outside, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we'd probably be discussing stuff, but yeah.
Mhm.
Sure.
Okay. So roll again.
Yeah, roll again.
Dude,
God, that's
what?
even worse.
Come on.
Man, the dice really do not want this to happen.
They
So-
really don't.
So, Peach, you don't see anything. Cruz, you don't see anything, but you get that kind of prickly sensation at like the back of your neck, where it's like you think someone's watching you, but you can't see anything.
Mm-hmm. What
Oh,
about-
lovely?
What about Tam?
Tam's just like wandering around invisible, going like, "Is anything even going on?"
Well, actually, that 4 was the first for the first
Yeah.
one.
Hmm.
Oh, did you not roll? Oh,
Oh,
How about
snap.
20?
Oh shit.
There it is.
There you go, boy.
So, explain to me what exactly you might be doing while invisible in this neighborhood.
I am probably pressed up against a wall, keeping an eye out on the rooftops and the other alleyways and stuff like that.
Okay. All right.
Oh, Tam, you'd have to be casting invisible every hour because it runs out in an hour.
Hmm.
All right, so I guess I would cast invisibility, say, a half an hour before we got to Peach's house, because I only get it once a day.
Shoot. Um. Hmm.
Oh god, is Tam gonna get mugged when he pops visible? Oh.
All right. So you won't notice anything while you were invisible. Do you wish to stick around once the invisibility wears off?
Where's Basil? Basil's at a shop, right?
I'm probably coming out of the glass shop with a bunch of vials.
I will go meet up with Basil.
Okay.
Very nonchalantly, like, I don't know these other people, but I know this guy.
Okay.
Are you no longer invisible?
I'm no longer invisible.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna sneak up behind me invisible and I was gonna shatter the wall.
But you're still gonna be trying to keep an eye out, and we'll use that perception check then.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're near me, I'll cast guidance.
So you will then notice kind of like a couple alleyways over, like the fringes of a cloak that just kind of keep kind of like popping around the wall and like settling back in like about every few minutes.
And how far away is that?
Let's say that's 60 feet.
Sir Basil,
Yeah.
I think I have clocked the creeper that has been following Sir Peach.
Oh. Do you want me to do something? Or are you gonna do something?
I'm not sure. Perhaps we should do something together.
Well,
Oh,
I have,
Team Reverse Mug is back again.
Oh my god.
I pull out like a sparkly vial. I can do the fairy fire flask, and then you could cast something at like the same time, and that way they can't hide, right?
That would be a good plan. Let's see.
Or I pull out the giant crossbow. I can shoot them.
Classic.
I mean, we could both shoot them, but then I feel like they would get away.
Oh, I have I can drink something that makes me. I could do the vomit thing again. Or I have this, and I pull out a vial that is just in the shape of a skull. That's like sickly green.
Okay, Crystal
mean,
Skull vodka.
this would poison them for a while.
trying to think of something that we could do to make them not get away.
Well, the fairy fire would just make them visible. I have nothing that locks people down besides shooting them in the kneecap. Once again, I kind of
Nudging the
Wait.
crossbow.
hoist the crossbow up, shoot them in the kneecaps so they can't run. But other than that, I mean, the only thing I can do is make them glitter.
Yes.
Reminder that Creeper has also not necessarily done anything illegal yet, but you assaulting the Creeper could provoke charges.
This is just Basil talking options. We haven't done anything yet.
I
We're
know.
just rubber ducking.
I'm just They just want to put a reminder out there that this is a city with rules and laws.
Okay, listen, you're telling this to the duo who reverse mugged somebody already, and they were not punished. So you are
Nope.
letting these two get around
I know.
with impunity.
I know.
The mugger did not tell on us.
No.
No, I don't think he'd be very embarrassed to tell anyone.
Yeah.
It's like, hello 911, I'd like to commit a robbery. I mean, I wanted to commit a robbery, but they robbed me instead. What do I do?
Well,
There's a
we
small
didn't rob
child
that
and an
guy.
old man.
I'm not super stealthy, but if you cast invisibility on me, I could go up and just grab him.
No, unfortunately, I've already spent that for the day.
Oh, all right. Well, what are you thinking?
Perhaps.
Oh,
Yes.
remember there was the people that did the grease thing? I looked up how to do it, and I have some grease too. If you want to make them slip and slide everywhere and then potentially light them on fire.
Again, laws.
Yes.
Just throwing
It's
grease
not-
at a person isn't illegal. You
Yeah,
can't
the
prove it.
fire part is.
But lighting them on fire is, yes.
In 48 of the 50 U.S. states, it's not legal to throw. Sorry, it is legal to throw grease on someone, so it's fine.
And Cruz is just like somewhere like off down a different alley and has like no idea what's going on.
Mhm. Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
Peach
discussion
is
is happening.
keeping an eye out his father's window while his father is puttering about obliviously, I guess, to his doings. Actually, I'm gonna roll insight for Oleander to see if he realizes what his son is doing. Does a 16 mean that my father realized what I'm doing?
Probably.
Okay, does my father tell me anything?
Hmm. I think he may ask why you're doing it.
Peach would tell his father that he is being careful. Just like he taught him.
So then, yeah, your dad would seem intrigued but won't intervene. At this point.
All right, I'm gonna throw this bottle. So
Which-
get ready.
Well, so like Oleander won't know anything about what Basil and
Yeah,
Sam
of
are
course,
doing.
of course.
But this is just, like, if Peaches is just like looking out a window and like Oleander's being suspicious, he'd be like, as long as he's inside.
Mhm. Okay, you're throwing the bottle. What bottle are you throwing?
I'm waiting for the go-ahead from Tam to throw a bottle. I'm waiting for
Okay.
like the small elderly nod of like the yes, I'm going to follow this up in some way.
hmm
She's probably looking through his spell. She's like, oh shoot. what
I am
I doing
leaving
here?
my spells.
Yes, this is a frantic search through a spell for a disability spell, for sure.
Fortunately, I don't have anything, and I don't want to light him on fire.
Because I
don't you
played
have the wand of magic missile?
That would be
murder
again
a man.
assaulting a
Would-
person.
that- yeah.
Straight up murder.
That would be murder, also.
Oh, right.
Because I played such a
It would
control-heavy.
be murder on a commoner. Who's to say it's a commoner?
All right.
Yes, in Waterdeep there is classism.
There sure
What did
is.
Wizards of the Coast mean by this?
Yeah, I didn't pick any control spells for this character because my last character was too much.
I have control abilities, but I have to be there to bonk them.
I also have control abilities, but I need to actually notice that they're there so I can throw something.
All right. I look at Tam. I look at the I can't see this person. I've just been told they're down like an alleyway.
Yep.
A bad guy. I'm just gonna toss the fairy fire.
Well, you
Go
can't.
for it.
Don't you have to be able
Fairy
to see
fire
them?
is just in the area. It's just a
Well, it's-
20-foot square.
Okay, and what's the range on it?
60 feet, right?
Okay.
So if I toss it just where I was told,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, eek, a bad guy. I don't really know what's going on. I'm just trying to help out my friends with either
Do
not
I
lethal-
hear this happening?
No.
And
Shadow,
if,
please.
if I sound the horn, does Cruz hear that?
The four
Yes,
of us will
we hear it. The four of us hear it.
Okay.
Why am I completely blanking on this horn? Why
So it is one of my things, my
Oh.
my infusions.
Okay, one of your infusions. Because I was like,
Yeah.
I don't remember this being an item.
I walked into this with 3 magical items that I made,
Okay.
which is
I think
the
there
back
actually
of
is a
holding-
horn of silent alarm.
Yeah, the alchemy jug and the horn of silent alarm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like how your 3 starting magic items are a jug of eternal mayonnaise, a silent bike alarm, and
Well, so it was like I want to make poisons all the time, which you could do poison and acid out of the alchemy jug. So I walked into this with a bunch of poison flasks from that, and then bag of holding. You gotta have it.
Mhm.
According to the description on Horn of Silent Alarm, it says one creature of your choice can hear
Okay.
the horn's blare.
So that would be Cruz then.
Yeah.
What's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is a great question.
Because there's a dexterity saving throw to
Yeah.
determine if it's outlined in the light or not.
Dex save of 14.
Well, the Skulker got a 20.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
I figured this was not going to work. I'm gonna see it. It crashes. A sickly green, radiant, sparkly light comes up everywhere. I'm just gonna say, "Oh, I thought I saw someone trying to steal something." And then I just look at Tam and I shrug.
All right.
So,
are-
I hear this alarm.
Yeah, I will sound the alarm and have it go to Cruz.
Okay.
Would I be able to get over and see this happening quick enough?
Probably not. It'll probably take you more than 6 seconds.
And does the Skulker take off as soon as?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
Do we see that?
You would not. You would just know that there was, like, some kind of hood that was poking out around the edge of a wall at an alley. Basil put fairy fire in the area, and then once anybody goes to, like, try and investigate, there's nothing there.
Oh.
Basil's looking at Tam. Help! Help! I thought I saw someone being suspicious around a corner. I'm looking around to see if there's any like city guards coming over to see why I cast magic.
Everyone make a perception check.
Here we go again. Come on.
Please, for the love of God.
Thank Christ.
16. I mean, 16. 16.
24.
14. Oh, jeez.
Perception, you said? Why can I never find this? There
Because
it
you
is.
see, but you do not perceive.
4.
All right, Cruz. So about like 2 buildings down the alley, up on the roof, like beside the chimney, you can see like a crouched hooded figure.
That, I'm assuming it's like several hundred feet, or it's far, right?
That would be about 70 feet.
You yell for me, I can teleport.
Well, next to your house, isn't there like a bright green fire that's now erupted?
That's like where you're all standing right now. Like 70
Yeah.
feet down the alley and up on a roof.
Yeah.
This is where Cruz is seeing this.
Mhm.
Could I make it seem like I don't know he's there, but kind of keep an eye on him?
Sure, you could try that. Trying to decide if that would be stealth or deception. Stealth, I guess.
All right. 19.
Okay. So, yeah. He won't perceive that, like, you're trying to keep an eye on him.
All right. I guess I would start looking around, but make it like I'd be keeping my more or less peripherals on him at all times, but I'm kind of making it seem like I'm kind of just looking around for any other thing.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I am genuinely dejected and like kind of poking the butt of my glaive against one of the puddles of fairy fire, just like, we are very unlucky, my friends.
I'll release the fairy fire. Oh, it must have been nothing. Whoops. My bad. I'm very jumpy because I am so small. I'm just saying this loudly to the street.
Trying to think what I can do with the tools I have provided right now.
Everyone except Cruz make a perception check.
Please. Please.
16.
21, fucking finally.
Yes.
10.
Alright. So, Peach, as you're kind of like looking around dejectedly,
My depression gives me strength.
you see behind you, across in a different alley, up on a roof, a different, but you don't know that it's a different, hooded figure crouched
Oh my
on the
god.
roof.
I say very softly to my fellow friend of Bird, because we are in this together and we have suffered this rigmarole for too long. I
4
say to my
nights.
yeah. I say to my bird friend, to the roof behind me, I believe I see our spy.
And I also return the whisper in kind, like, I believe there's multiple.
Oh no. How do you wish to pursue? Which one's closer? Is it the one behind me?
No, because then that one would be more like 85 feet away.
Okay.
And they're in a building like several floors up, I'm assuming.
Yeah, about like 2 stories up.
Mhm.
And they're just peering at us through a window.
Well, they're also crouched on a rooftop.
Oh, they're crouched on a rooftop. Okay,
Yeah, they're Batman stalking you.
Yeah.
back.
Oh, great.
How does it feel?
Awkward.
Now the Batmans are reversed or something. I don't know.
Behavior.
Are the bats on the different face? I don't know. Something.
You got
I'm
all the
going
parts.
to-
You just gotta put it together.
Let me see here.
See, this is when I wish I had Spell Sniper again. I'd love to just huck some fairy fire like 120 feet away. Oh no, I think I saw it here. And
Okay,
here.
so let me do some math. So the closest person
Yes.
is 70 feet away.
Yep.
Laterally,
And-
yes.
And they are on a rooftop.
Yep.
Okay. So I can cover 45 feet in a turn.
Okay.
So it would take me 2 turns to get to So once I manifest my echo,
Mm-hmm.
I can, if I use my action to dash, that means I cover 45 feet on foot.
It's double your speed is dash.
Oh, okay. So I can cover 60 feet
Yep.
if I dash.
Action surge?
Oh yeah. No, I need to become naked during action search
Wait, what? What?
because he's up
the
on the sky.
armor.
The armor.
Right.
I'm in plate still. Okay,
Um,
so yes.
Could I possibly get like 10 feet closer without him like suspecting anything?
You could try.
I have
Okay.
passed without trace.
That's right.
I would like to try.
Okay, that requires a stealth check.
I will pass without trace if you say that you would like to sneak closer.
Well, I got a 23 anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Plus well,
10.
I'll stealth with you and add the 10. But I'm at disadvantage, I think, because I'm in plate.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll roll twice.
I did want to burn down the city, by the way. That was the first thing that entered my mind. We should burn
Of
it
course
down.
it was.
So I pitched grease.
Okay, so it's 12 plus the 10.
So 22.
22, yeah.
Okay.
So 22 to stealth with the aviary.
Okay, and you're moving 10 feet closer to the one that was 70 feet away.
Correct.
All right. So you're still kind of like keeping an eye on it in your peripherals. It doesn't seem to move or make any signs of acknowledgement.
I go ahead
Okay.
and whisper, "Follow my lead." And then I go ahead and fling one of the light darts that I had with ensnaring strike attached to it.
Nice. Oh,
There it
drink your
is.
potion first to get a +4.
I just, as I'm casually walking 10 feet closer, just chug this potion.
It's a little stopper. You just shoot it real quick.
Yeah, okay. If he'll allow it, sure, I'll do it.
We've gone for our 3 hours.
Is this, you want to call it right here?
Yeah, right before I make you roll for initiative.
Oh god.
It's probably
Well-
the best call.
No.
Do you want
I
to
mean,
do
that
it?
is more than fair. And
Yeah,
also, you
that
always
is
gotta
fair.
go quicker.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to do it. It
I
probably,
mean, I would.
it probably won't take that long, but
Oh. I mean, you know the encounter,
yeah.
so
I'm not going to shoot anybody to death. So I can't imagine we're going to be here for a very long time.
okay. So should we roll?
Roll
I mean,
for initiative.
if nothing else, we can save the initiative order at the least.
All right. Shoot.
Come on, bro.
I don't have a good
forgot to
map
put
for
it.
this, but oh well.
17.
You know what?
Ah.
I am just going to switch us to
Say
this one
13.
work.
But, surprised and all. I don't really know the combat is happening.
Let's go there.
Let me read. I'll post boldness in a place.
Also, how far away are me and Basil from Cruz and Peach?
So Cruz and Peach are about 10 feet away.
Oh,
What?
boldness is different. The moment you drink it, you need to roll the d4, and then you just add that to every roll, every attack and saving throw roll that you make for the next 10 minutes.
Damn.
Again, if he allows it, I'll say I did it along the way, but I'm not going to go ahead and just do it because I didn't mention it prior.
So Cruz is a 10.
Yeah, sorry about that. I totally fucked it up.
It's a bonus action to drink a potion, so you can still. Oh, but you cast Ensnaring Strike.
Yep.
Right. I see. I see where the problems arise.
Is that supposed to be a 10 or 17 for Peach?
It's a 17
Okay.
because I get initiative with advantage.
Mm-hmm. 6.
This is a great weathered paper texture. I don't know if anyone cares about that, but it's pretty solid.
I love it. It's great.
It's hard to find a lot of not too extreme weathered paper textures, or just at all, especially the ones that are affordable and not $90. It's great.
God, freaking. There we go.
Of course, they got a higher initiative on it.
I mean, they're like, if they're real stat block assassins, yeah, we shouldn't go
Yeah.
near them.
Yeah. So you fire off the dart, which leads then to initiative. And then it's going to kind of run sideways on the roof to the edge of the roof off this way. And then the other one will actually come. I don't have enough space here. It will come running towards the party from down the other alleyway.
Oh, that saves us some trouble.
Did an attack roll happen, or is it just you threw it and then they ran away? Did they like bat it out of the air?
Yeah, it just missed because they immediately moved.
Oh, okay, all right.
Because they technically go before, like, as soon as they detect hostility.
Yeah.
Okay, Peach.
Okay, so how far is the furthest one from us now? The one we were originally chasing is now further, right?
Yeah, so it moved like 30 feet sideways across the roof.
Okay. How close now is the other figure?
60 feet closer, so it's now about 20 feet and like across the alley on the edge of the rooftop.
Okay. So it's 20 feet away on the edge of the rooftop, you said?
10, 15, 20. Yeah, so about like that.
This is the one that ran towards us?
Yes.
Or is this the one running away? Okay.
This is the one that ran towards you. This is the
Okay.
one that ran across sideways.
Okay, so
Yeah, it-
if...
10, 15, 20, 29, 60, 65.
Okay, if it's only 20 feet away from me,
well,
I'm gonna
so it would be 5, 10.
20 feet and then up.
Yeah, so it would be 30 feet laterally and like 20 feet up.
30 feet
Pythagorean
lateral.
theorem.
Alright. Are you really gonna make me do this? Alright.
You keep inflicting geometry on us, and I don't know why. Trigonometry? Whatever's the one where math has to go in different dimensions. I don't like it. I'm not a fan.
Okay, and 30 feet up.
30 feet across, 20 feet up.
It ends up being the same.
It should be the
Alright.
same.
Okay, so it's 36 feet away from me
Oh, yeah,
in total. Alright.
sounds right.
In this case, I'm going to, much to, like, literally in front of my father, who is probably watching from the window now.
Mhm.
Goodbye, armor. Action search.
Okay.
I'm going to fly my 30 feet So now I'm 6 feet away from the figure,
Okay.
and bonus action, manifest echo. And I'm going to happen to be in a 10-foot hitting range because I happen to have a feat.
I think it's just a feature of your weapon is the 10-foot reach, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I have Sentinel. So
Yeah.
if it when I hit a creature with an opportunity attack, the speed becomes 0. They provoke opportunity for me even if they disengage. If a creature within 5 feet of me makes an attack against a target other than me, I can use my reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature.
Okay.
So I have them flanked, hopefully.
Okay.
So I'm within 6 feet as a person, and
Yes.
I think, and at within 10
feet.
feet
As the
Of-
echo.
as the echo. Yeah.
Okay. So something roughly like that, or
Yeah, like that.
okay. But you're not actually taking any hostile action against them. Just
No.
flanking them for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I cannot see how they would not see me. I am not attempting to be invisible.
No. Okay. All right. If that's all for Peach, Basil.
Mhm.
I mean, I failed my perception checks. Do I see any of these people? I guess is the real question I have to have.
Well, you definitely see the one that Peach is
Is now
engaging
behind.
with.
Yeah, the Peach went up to. I get that one.
Would he have seen that I threw the dart in
Yeah.
that general direction?
Yeah. I mean, it would. Yeah. I mean.
So the one
okay.
running away, I would see that. Okay, so okay.
I don't know if you would actually see it up on the roof.
Okay, yeah,
That's true.
That would be my question. What I will do? Can I? Okay. I don't think any of that's a bonus action. It's okay, because once again, even if I ran my entire distance, it wouldn't actually be 60 feet away because there's buildings and stuff and it's up and I don't have line of sight, so it doesn't really matter. I guess I'll turn around and fairy fire that one.
Okay.
This guy, I don't. Basil doesn't have a lot of non-lethal abilities, guys.
I mean, it's very fitting.
Basil's not exactly what I would call a non-lethal character. So he's got like 2 moves in the bank, and one of those is fairy fire. So
and you said your spell save DC was 14.
14 dex,
All right.
which Peach will also have to make.
Okay.
Oh no, I think I can make it so you don't make that, right?
I thought only wizards can do that.
Yeah, I think Wizard.
I
Yeah.
didn't know if it was something I designate or not. No, any creature in the area while the spell is
Mhm.
active has to make the dex save.
Yep.
So it's dex 14. As I turn around and go, oh no, some chicanery upon the rooftops. And I just toss the bottle, just whip around and just like a football thrower, just boom.
All right. So the hooded figure will somehow manage to completely evade it and not be affected by the fairy fire.
Wonderful. Love this for me.
I mean, wouldn't that just be the way?
Coincidentally, both me and my echo roll the same thing, so 13.
You're both outlined in green, and they have advantage on you. I don't know what else to say.
Oh.
Fantastic.
All right.
I go, oh, it's my dear friend. I immediately drop concentration on it.
Cruz, you're up.
I don't even know how to follow that up.
Listen, you gotta take swings. You gotta take big swings all the time.
Is there
You just hear Peach yelling, "I'm green!"
is
And
there
then it's immediately
any-
gone.
any like nearby like fire escapes or anything that I could like climb to get on the roof?
Sure.
Stairs, anything really. I'm just
Yep.
trying to.
Yep. There'd be a way to climb up the roof. It would.
Okay.
It would take an athletics check.
Yay! Let's go for it.
Isn't
You
a
can do it this time.
high fantasy fire escape just a window?
Yeah.
It was only a
God damn
DC
it.
10. When you
I
got an
cannot
8.
climb buildings. I cannot. Oh, I am the greatest ranger to have ever rangered.
There are like ivy on a tress up the side of a building, and you just can't like climb it.
No, I think in this case he climbs masterfully up it, but the ivy like peels away in his hands and he just like falls down. It's the ivy's fault. It's not
Yeah.
his fault.
Uh,
What is it with the dice and not wanting you to be on this roof?
Okay.
it's happened like
is.
3 or
Unless-
4 times.
Were you gonna try and do anything else, or should I move on to town?
Can I like use a dash to just try and do it again?
Sure.
Okay. What's the worst that could happen?
Why? Why invoke it?
There
Oh.
you go.
Okay, there
Damn,
we
there you
go.
go.
We're up on the roof. We did it, guys.
You get up on the roof.
Yeah. Oh, God. I guess I'm just gonna keep an eye on the guy as best I can.
Okay.
Just make sure he does not get the frick out.
All right. So now it's the hooded figures' turns.
No,
Oh no,
it's my
sorry.
turn.
Wait. Yeah. Sorry. No, I accidentally skipped Tam. Go ahead, Tam.
This is ageism.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out a copper coin. I'm gonna press it to my temple,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts on this guy, and I'm immediately gonna push in as far as I can.
Okay.
Okay.
God damn, son.
I need to.
He's
remind
gonna go as
myself-
far as he
I'm
can.
gonna give you the mind freak.
Inception music. We gotta go deeper.
We
A dream within a dream.
might not be able to stop these guys, but at least we'll know what they're here for.
Let's just hope they're thinking in common or a language that you know.
It's just it's gonna be something dumb like I wanted that cookie crisp or like something insane that we haven't even thought of. Or
Yeah.
conceived of.
Yep.
You do not understand the language of its thoughts,
Son of a gun.
but you can tell that they're extremely focused on Peach.
Hmm.
Tell
and-
what
and-
language?
and that they like their thoughts are very focused on Peach and like seem to be wanting to like keep track of what Peach is doing, and it seems as if maybe they want to give Peach something, but that seems more weird and you're not quite sure about it.
No.
They want to give me a bomb.
No.
Are they FedEx?
Okay, that wasn't the grand revelation that I had, but I love that more. So
I love that more. Honestly, if they are FedEx, this explains a lot about why I can't find my parcels.
and they're always very good at delivering exactly on time. They're probably hiding everywhere.
Okay, was there any anything else you wanted to do on your turn, Tam?
No, that's all I can do for now.
All right. So now on the hooded figure's turn, the one up here, Cruz, you'll be able to see that it seems to be making weird hand signs at the other one. And then the other one by Peach, like pulls its cowl in closer around its face, reaches in to its cloak, pulls out a piece of paper, and hands it to Peach. And that is where we will end.
Monster.
Nice.
No.
I love it.
Oh.
That's perfect.
A pair of people tracking down Peach? Crazy. Who could it be?
FedEx. We'll just say it's FedEx.
Yeah, just FedEx.
Yes, but a good stopping point, I think, for the night.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I'd
it is what you think it is, Hoodie.
Well, listen, the whole Peach Brother thing threw me so hard. Now everything's got to be connected. I have a whole
It's
murder
all
board just right
connected.
over there that you can't see that has a bunch of string on it. So
There it is.
It's the Aarakocra Adoption Agency that's telling me that I'm actually adopted, and it's gonna ruin my life.
You're adopted. No!
I never saw this coming.
Who knew? My father being non-feathered.
Did you guys ever see The Jerk with Steve Martin?
No.
There's this, so he's adopted by a black family and he doesn't know that he's adopted.
Oh.
And they finally tell him on like his 21st birthday, and he's like, "You mean I'm adopted? I'm gonna stay this color?" Fucking hilarious.
Oh
my
That's all I can
God.
think of.
But father, you told me my feathers would fall out one day.
Yeah.
All drow start as Aarakocra and then just grow up.
That's why they're all gone by 30. Ah, it all makes sense.
Ah.
All right, so we went kind of long.
That's fine.
Yes.
It was good.
It's not super long. It's just 37 minutes.
Yes.
Worth.
Yeah. So, but I think that was a pretty good session.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Mhm.
Got to learn some information from a monk. Got to
Mhm.
split some treasure with a very friendly dragon.
A very lovely
Yes.
dragon.
It was
And
great.
I hope we see Zelly again.
And then some chicanery with some hooded figures.
Mhm.
And purchasing stuff for her house.
Mhm.
Oh God.
Just so we're all aware, the hooded figure rope has always been bad. The rolls have never been good, ever. Not once.
Nope.
It has been a thorny path the entire time.
I almost want to say there's grease on the walls whenever I'm around.
Well, here's the thing. If they are this prepared, then maybe they do preemptively grease the walls.
It's just for a random bird person to climb up and fall down 100 times.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Drew, any thoughts about tonight's session? And anything else you want to plug? Think you have an upcoming thing you might want to talk about?
Yeah, but first, I gotta say that the interaction between Peach and the dragon has to. First off, it fucking broke me. I was like, I had to not. I was crying. I was laughing so hard, right? And then I didn't talk for like a half an hour because I couldn't, right? That was the most delightful event I think I've ever had in any D&D game ever.
It was a lot of fun to roleplay that dragon.
that
There's
was
two really, really young in terms of like their actual races and everything.
Yeah.
Are just really young, just communicating.
just absolutely fucking amazing. I loved it. It was great. And as far as me having something to plug, yes, I do have something to plug. On the 18th, the night of the 18th, the night of the 19th, and all day long, in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night on the 20th, I will be doing a Chrono Trigger marathon over on my channel, which is Drew the Damager, or twitch.tv/Drew the Damager. So if that sounds like fun to you, come on by, stop by, and make sure that I don't lose my fucking mind.
Mhm.
I'll do my best.
I will definitely be around for some of that at least.
Nice.
Are you doing Chrono Cross as well?
We just don't pretend that doesn't exist.
It's a good game.
I've
It's
heard
a bad story.
I've heard very mixed things about it. I've never played it. To me, it doesn't exist. The Chrono story is all in the one amazing game.
Oh,
yeah.
So
All right. Tilted. Any final thoughts
Yes.
about tonight? Anything you want to say about your streams or anything?
Yeah. So, as always, it's always a pleasure with everyone here to roleplay. It was, again, a very roleplay heavy session, but
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy it because it allows us to flesh out characters. I do want to thank you, Shadow, because you did actually go ahead and mention something, particularly my backstory, that my character would be incredibly interested in hearing. So that was good to hear. And I'll let that sit there. I'm not going to go into detail because no need to. But in general, very fun session. Always love the hijinks that ends up happening with me and Hoods as well. It's great because I can tie him up and then we just go to town on things. And then he'll go ahead and tie that rope onto the boat and just not care about what I was telling him.
A little bit of cartoon world, and everyone
Yeah,
else is
yeah,
playing
yeah,
D&D.
yeah.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, it's great. And already, like Drew said, like the whole interaction between the dragon and Yoy was priceless. I didn't want to say much at all either. I felt like it was a perfect time to let the two of you, as the DM and Yoy, to shine and have a fun time with it. It was really fun. In terms of everything else, I mean, yeah, I mean, I stream over at twitch.tv/tilted gaming. Um, I don't have anything special like Drew has planned, but I will be streaming throughout the weekend on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, as usual. I will also probably not next week, but the week after, do a birthday stream. That'll be coming up on the 16th. So
Happy
that should
birthday.
be fun. Thank you. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to plug.
Mm-hmm. Good. Hoodie, thoughts about tonight? And anything else?
I enjoyed all of it. The idea that you put a man in a cave who dislikes noise, and then Basil in any way had to interact with him, brings me endless delight of like this is never gonna work.
What about being scooped up by a dragon out of a boat and then taken underwater?
The dragon was great. The whole thing too of like Basil's gonna sit in the boat because he like they're all his friends now and he trusts his friends, but he really wants to be down there and speak to a dragon, but was like, well, I'm on boat duty, so I'm gonna make a sandwich, I'm gonna settle in, and then he's like, oh, I got to get relieved of boat duty. Great. I, the accounting hurt my brain. It broke my brain a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been noticeably less energy in the back half here. Watching Rangers and Rogues specifically, the people who you think would be the best people equipped to climb a wall in every single campaign I've ever been in, always fail. The fighter, no problem. The wizard, no problem. They're up that wall, no problem. Rangers and Rogues always eat shit almost 100% of the time.
All my stuff for this kind of stuff is like +5s. Some are like +6s. Nah, it doesn't matter. You rolled a 2, bud.
Great. I stream on Oh My God Truck. We do D&D sometimes. On Sunday, D&D. I'm gonna plug the. Nope, that's it. I'm gonna plug anything.
Okay.
The accounting really broke me.
Mm-hmm.
It was like just a little bit too many numbers, and then my brain was like, "I'm shutting down, bud. No, I need you."
All right, Gubby. I've been trying to push through them to get to you so you can get away.
Sorry.
I mean, everything about this session was good. I love the moment that Peach and Tam got to have together. So we got to see a little bit of Tam like as he was, quote unquote, which
Young Tam. Yes.
yeah, which like we had absolutely no idea you were going to drop the potion of youthfulness on us, but it was like such a perfect narrative moment that like, hey, we just so happened to see young Tam and hear young Tam, and then all of a sudden we have this. So yeah, and I actually really liked that, normally whenever there's a potion of youthfulness or like a fountain of eternal youth or something, the whole gimmick is like, yeah, the character's going for it. But then you have like Tam who's like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm ready to close the chapter. I'm good. I'm good. Which was like refreshingly interesting. And I think is like gives us more, oddly enough, to play with around with his character. So I really appreciated that. And like ever since our first encounter with these creepy people, I've been desperately praying for Tilted's revenge arc against that fucking wall, but it is not to be. Yeah,
Nope.
so I'm sorry it could not come to pass.
You know, I will get that wall eventually.
Mhm.
Critical Role has to deal with doors. I have walls.
Yeah, I do not stream, but you can find me where the skies are blue at the Magpie Bridge, and yeah, that's about it for me.
All right. And me, I do some streaming on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/shadowmage. Been doing Talos Principle 2 DLC lately. Wound up not doing any streaming of that this past weekend, but I'm hoping to do more of it this upcoming weekend. Other than that, that's probably about it. This is Arvin Elleron's channel. Make sure to check out all of his stuff with the commands and chat. I'm not going to go through all of them tonight. Other than that, I believe our schedule has us being back next Wednesday and then on the 24th. So come back around to check us out then. Other than that, I think we'll just call it good night. Let everyone get to bed.
Yep. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody.
And thank you for DMing.
I forgot to
Yes,
switch us
thank
to
you,
this.
Shadowed.
Oh well. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.